Dun, 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 dun. What singing? What are we doing? Where are you going?
I'm just.
What do we already have? Okay, well, we can never have too many.
Now we have two.
Now we have two. Now we have two.
I shall.
Well, we're also running out of room.
We're running out of room.
It's a good thing that we have so much room.
For our iron broom? I don't get it.
After Roger Wilco defeated the Syrians, he was not awarded a golden mop. He was awarded the golden broom.
Iron broom.
The iron broom, obviously.
Obviously, the iron broom. Alright, so,
well, we have positioned ourselves.
we have positioned ourselves strategically, I think.
Yes.
Maybe not.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, there we are.
Here we are.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, hello. We're giant.
No, you're giant. I am average sized. That was a reference to your
Murdered by words.
yes, your height, which does not make you. Oh, it's cool. You can have mine.
Nice.
Yay.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to today's stream. It's well, it's this. We're doing this.
5 hours.
5 hours. Holy shit.
It's complicated.
It's a complicated process.
Yes.
So I see
So
no one has joined us in the audio lounge.
awesome. No, not awesome.
Have you transcended sarcasm?
Yes, I have transcended sarcasm. We have been troubleshooting for so long that now that when something doesn't happen, I assume it's a good thing.
Here we go. Oh, wait, we have people in text chat. Hello. Have a Merry Christmas. What is this? What is this Christmas they
I
speak
think
of?
it's what they have outside of Scandinavia.
They have Christmas outside of Scandinavia?
Yes. Kind of like Yuletide, but just, different.
Nice. Hey, by the way, I think Restream is having a fit.
Whee!
It's we're seeing each
message 3 times.
Yeah, and you can see that on the stream as well. It's
Something is happening.
It's not coping. I think it has the Christmas blues.
I think it's because it's a Christmas miracle, and these are miracle births.
These are miracle births.
So, yeah.
For every chat message that comes in,
Magically, 3 more.
it has twins.
Yes. Yes. Yay, cool you guys.
Hello.
Guy from Andromeda.
How's Mrs. Trolls and Peanut doing? They are doing very well, and they're very, very far away from here.
Very.
Which is a good thing. It's a good thing.
They have been transported to care in a place down south.
Yes. That sounds like we sent them to some sort of internment camp. That's not.
Which is technically not that far off, because you haven't lived in that town. I have. It's horrible. It's a place called Kur. Look it up.
It's a place called Kur.
We even wrote a punk song about it. Oh, how horrible it was to live in Kur.
I didn't. You did.
Yeah.
Someone else did. This is gonna bother me. This whole triple threat thing going on. What happens if I log out? Log back in.
Yes. Haha, now I know your code. I hate those so much.
We went into a capture thing. What are you guys drinking tonight?
Well, right now we're drinking
Perlenbacher.
which is absolutely exquisite cheap lager.
Oh wait, Dan thinks we're drinking Kronbacher. This is not
No. So you have Kronbacher, right, which is an actual thing, and then you have the German knockoff version, which is Perlenbacher. So this is the cheap knockoff version of Kronbacher.
But you are absolutely correct. We're going very German, very efficient.
German.
The efficiency.
Yeah, German and Scottish. So we're also drinking quite a lot of brew drinks later.
Oh, I have to show you guys.
Yes,
I have to show you. Yes. Behold.
Majesty, behold.
Behold. so many brews. Well, we drank quite a few of them. Well, actually, I did. I had to test if they were the right brew. Sometimes you can never be too sure.
That joke is so fucking endless.
This is the endless joke.
It is an endless joke.
Also, you may be interested to know that we have successfully transcended audio heaven.
Yes.
We are currently...
We're wearing wireless mics. Which is gonna be troublesome later.
So if one of us goes to the bathroom... it's you will be able to hear it in all of their glory. Now, technically, there is a mute.
Why are you telling them that? But it doesn't work. It fell off this morning.
No, it does work. But see, here's the kicker, right? Mm-hmm. The actual transmitter that we're wearing does not have the mute button. So the receiver does.
So it's up to the other person.
Yes.
And his standards of ethics.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if I decide to go to the bathroom and I say, okay, I'm just going to mute my thing here. Once I'm in there,
unmute you.
You could choose to unmute me, and I wouldn't even know.
Well, some people would say I didn't have a choice at all.
I'm not even gonna mute mine. I think whatever happens out there is suitably.
Hi, Benji.
Suitably fit
There's
for
a guy
publication.
from my crew on the chat.
Hello, crew.
Hello, crew.
Dan is having glögg.
Are you from Sweden, Dan?
He is.
I knew it.
He's very Swedish. So how have you been?
I have been good. When was the last time I was by your channel?
Good God, I can't remember.
That was the golf thing. That was.
That's a while ago.
Yeah, and then we had in October we had Michael Council, which is my way of saying council in Australian. Council.
Why does it turn into council?
I don't know because I can't say. I want to call him Michael Crikey, but
Michael Crikey.
Michael Crikey. But he won't let me. But I'm doing good. So we had that. We had Michael Council. So that was November.
Yeah, that was
October, November actually.
It
hasn't been that long.
Oh, it was the tail end of October because I remember we went to the Ninja Sex Party gig, and that was the day before.
We did go to the Ninja Sex Party, yes.
Yes.
Which is not
day before my birthday
at all what I thought it would be. when you asked me if I wanted to see your friend Danny in a Ninja Sex Party, I expected a little something different.
Did you expect an actual sex party?
With ninjas, so you didn't know where it was going on. Like
there was a ninja.
There wasn't. Yeah. There was a guy,
and
he didn't do much ninjaing, and he did not have sex, and he did not party. Okay, he did party. So there was a ninja party.
He flipped the audience off a bit.
He did flip the audience off a bit, yeah.
Which is very ninja. Like that's the if you get captured as a ninja, you failed. So
you just flip them apart.
Speaking of,
oh yeah, this is Block that I chose to bring today. This is Block.
Why?
This is actually a spirit animal. It's the patron saint of internet comments.
The patron saint of internet comments.
Yes. So every time if you know someone, or we all fall into this trap sometimes that we leave comments that are just pure bile. This is actually what you look like. I need to tell my opinion. This is Bok, the patron saint of internet comments.
Specifically, terrible internet comments.
Yes, it's a bird that has puffed itself up and going.
So kind of like
yeah, I brought it as
it's a little spirit animal.
As a spirit animal, maybe to inspire you to come with hateful comments.
Dan just says it looks a bit like Astro Chicken.
Yes.
So it's,
also that.
Yeah.
I could also have made a Space Quest reference.
And you should have.
But
because have you forgotten what channel you're on?
And then I just did my own thing.
I think most people would. Welcome to the TorpedoBear channel. As you know, I will be transitioning out of streaming and into TorpedoBear.
And no, I'll be taking over wearing a mask. A Plimson mask.
Hello.
And stilts.
I am Space Quest historian.
I am very Hello, I am tall.
Just do every stream like this. Hello, I am Space Quest historian. We're professionals.
professionals.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Very professional. So
We're gonna play games today.
we're gonna play some games today, and drink some
Not just games of the mind, but actually computer games.
Hello, Kinkus Ping. King Asp King. So there's an asp.
No, it's Kingus SP King. So it's
Kinkus Peking.
Or is it Kinga is peaking. So she's in peaking.
Kinka speaking.
Kinga speak. Yeah.
Kinka is speaking.
Intelligence.
We must listen as the Kinka speaks.
And I
Hail
marry
Kinga.
and I marry the thing to you too. We're gonna do something we in Danish called pineapple in its own sauce. Which means that we're gonna play our own game.
Yes. AdventureJam 2019 was a special jam for the both of us.
Yes, it was.
Because we finally got to live out our deepest, darkest nightmare and make a game together.
Yes.
Under let's say challenging circumstances.
Let's call them challenging circumstances.
Yes, not because we had a massive row and a falling out or anything, nothing like that.
No.
We couldn't because
we didn't have time.
We didn't have time, and also you weren't there for half of the jam.
I wasn't there for half the jam, and the half I was there for, I wasn't there for with half. Only had there with half of my mind. So
exactly,
half a mind for half a jam. It's awesome.
So what you're about to witness is actually TorpedoBear running at half speed.
Yes.
Now, if you crank this dude up to 45,
yeah, it sounds weird.
Yeah. It sounds a little like this.
Kind of like that.
What was that stupid Eddie Izzard joke? I think it was Eddie Izzard said that, like whale song.
Yes, whale song is just traveling at.
It's just traveling at half speed.
Yeah.
You just like go. You turn
I
them
love
up.
you, baby. Hey, you just got demonetized.
Yay! Oh, you're probably.
Yeah, I'm from YouTube. You cannot use other people's music.
I think you can sing other people's music if you do it badly enough that the copyright bot.
So you can, like, under the Creative Commons, say that it was a tribute.
Yes. All you have to do is sing it terribly out of key, which is good because that's all
I do. That's
all
my
I do.
specialty.
Hey
No
guys,
one's calling.
James Owens, thank you so much. Welcome to your stream. Yes, thank you for having us, James. That's lovely. We are very happy to be on your stream.
Yes.
Or our stream, I guess.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
And hi, Summer. I don't know why you're damning me, but I deserve it. I know.
Damn the torpedoes.
Damn the torpedoes! Actually, it reminds me of a very good song by KFDM, or what the hell is it called?
MDFMK.
KFDM.
It was the that
They
one
did a song
album
called Torpedoes.
Yes,
which is awesome.
And the chorus is goddamn
torpedoes.
It's there's one year when they went into some label troubles, like they just went headfirst into them.
No.
So they had to flip their band name around, so it became MDFMK instead of KMFDM.
That is true.
And
well, I was there for the writing stuff. I couldn't code anything anyway. So
why 3 times the comment? That's a very, very good question.
What's even more interesting is now that you wrote that. So it's 2 comments and then a third one. We can see it. They pop up and then the third one comes. So
yeah, we're not absolutely sure.
I have no idea how to troubleshoot that.
Restream is having a fit. We're using Restream because we stream
One thing is
on...
it is not our fault and there's nothing we can do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Anyway, we are co-streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so that's why we're using Restream. And my Streamlabs is not open for tipping. I'm pretty sure it is.
That is your weird...
I don't know. Maybe I should log into this shit.
Is that why it's sending it 3 times? It's like, if you don't log in, like we could fix this problem for you, but
we could fix it, but we're not going to.
Because you're not logged in, so we can't track you.
Yeah, let's shoot for 4.
Yeah, see, that's the attitude.
That's the attitude.
That's the attitude that brings you forward in life. Is to just say, let's just see if we can make it more.
I'm pretty sure this thing is set up to my PayPal.
I have no idea what's going on.
We'll find... You know what? Let's just pretend it is.
Let's pretend it is.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so
we're playing.
Only see your stream
own
on your
game.
Streamlabs page, not the stuff we're actually. I don't know. Okay, so here's if you actually want to tip for whatever fucked up reason, I think you can just go to this URL. Hang on, I might want to test this before I shoot it into the void.
What? No adventurer ever says that. They just go ahead, combine the items in the inventory, and go straight.
Kinkus Ping says, "Play the damn game."
Yes.
We could do that as well. Summer wanted to donate shit. I don't know. Maybe just don't donate. Who wants to donate to this shit anyway? That's a terrible idea. You shouldn't do that.
Yes. Do it. I don't know. Let's play the game.
Let's play the game instead.
Let's play the game.
Oh!
So this is it has like an intro.
Well, it has a tiny little bit of intro. I think I have done the world a great service by putting in this little text box.
Yes, I think this is probably the best thing about the whole game.
This is actually, it does not get any better than this.
Because
this was my contribution.
This is Plimshin making an attention to himself for when he was going to stream it later.
Sure.
How many people have streamed this game? Streamed it.
I don't think anyone has.
So this box is for you.
Well, I didn't know. I thought maybe it would get some sort of traction. Like it was topical. It was timely. It involved Brexit. That was early. This is the first beer. Welcome, streamers. Okay, Brexit. Summer says she may stream in 20. We're really going to have to pay attention to this chat because, yeah, if things start getting a bit hairy, we're gonna have to do a lot of scrolling.
Yeah, I think this is amazing.
This is absolutely amazing.
It's going to be difficult to follow along in. So this is the game. It is very much written as an AdventureJam game. Let's have some fun. Let's do some jokes. This does not have to be a timeless classic that you can.
And it definitely did not turn out that way.
Well, I think actually we did quite a good job.
I think maybe we should tell the story of how it came into being, because that happened in 2018.
Yes, at AdventureX.
At AdventureX 2018, the adventure game convention in Brussels sprouts.
In Brexit-land.
In Brexit-land.
Which is where the whole thing.
In London. We were on a plane.
Going to Brexit-land.
Yeah, actually we were in the Copenhagen airport and you said something to the effect of we're going to Brexit-land. Or something to that effect.
Yeah, but it was probably a lot more culturally insensitive than that. Knowing...
A lot more culturally insensitive.
Yes.
And on the plane, we started writing down stuff that we could...
An overarching idea, which was that there was a guy that had the deciding vote in Brexit.
and that was clearly your idea.
Yeah.
You said something like, wouldn't it be weird if we set a game entirely in an airport and you have to play as the guy who has the final deciding vote in Brexit, but he can't get home to actually do that.
Yeah.
And then I went, cool, what kind of puzzles are there? And then you started saying words that made no sense.
Yes.
What the hell?
That's
my phone is going up. My grandmother is calling me.
Yeah. Yay.
My grandmother is... I am not answering that. Sorry, Gran.
Sorry, Grandma.
Sorry, Gran. We're just going to have to talk later, Gran. She doesn't speak English. It would be a very, very weird...
That would be a weird street. I think you should. Yeah. Anyway, so, and then...
Yeah, but I mean, come on. What am I going to do? Make some goddamn time for your goddamn crap.
Yeah.
She's 99.
Out of 100. That means he has 100 grandmas. So don't worry. Like, he can't make all time for all of them, real.
There's a lot of grandmas in my
You have to understand, he's tall, he's an ant. They're like trees. There's tons of them. His family is a whole forest.
She doesn't have much time left. I think she'll live a day.
If she dies today...
Yeah. If she was calling me to tell me that she was dying. Then first of all, kudos on her. That's some weird prioritizing. Just wish her go you damn it. I am not answering the phone on the stream with my fucking grandma. Guys, have some respect.
But not for the elderly.
But not for the elderly. Have some respect for me. Trolls hates us. I don't hate my grandma. I'm quite fond of my grandma. She's the only one I have left. She's 99 though, and she's blind, so it's okay.
So she can't hear what you wait. What? I don't know.
She can't hear what I'm.
I don't know what was the argument with her being blind and you not talking to her.
I just felt like bragging.
Okay. So anyway, I have just received a message that we are live now. That's good.
Oh yeah, that's good. So anyway, we're on a plane. We go to Brexit-Land. We go to Adventure X.
On the road there, we decided on the whole thing we just talked about, and then you asked about puzzle, and I went, I don't know. And then we forgot about it for a long time. Actually, we didn't work on it at all. So a lot of people I saw you talking in the Discord chat thinks that we've been working at it. We have not.
Yeah, we spent the time
this for a whole year and a half.
Yeah, like from Adventure X and up to the start of the jam, we didn't do squat.
No.
And
I realized when the jam started that I could have actually written the whole thing in advance.
Yeah, you could.
I did not have to actually stress. But it happened.
Yeah.
We did, and then at that time my life was weird. so I had a very little time to work on it up until it started, and then I had 4 days total to write the damn thing, and I did. And then I spent a 5th day in accumulated checking in time, going, hey, how's it going? 10 minutes here and there, because I was working at Copenhagen Festival. I didn't leave the country as much. Well, I just left society.
Sort of left.
And it's like where we worked for about 10 days. So I had to leave. So I could only work on it for 4 days. And then whenever I had a small break, I could check in on my phone.
Now, the AdventureJam, for those of you who don't know, is a 2-week game jam.
Oh, context.
So we had 2 weeks to do the entire game. Now, as per the rules, you can't start drawing, you can't program, you can't do music, you can't do anything before the jam starts. However, you are allowed to write the story and design the puzzles, like do the actual writing. We didn't do that. No. We should have done that. We didn't do that. Yes. So we actually, on the day the jam started, that's when TorpedoBear started putting his ideas down, and I've actually found them. I just found them while we were talking. This is the original design document.
Oh, but I didn't even bother checking in either. Just blah, blah, blah.
This is the original design document. Brexit-Man
arrives at the Airport, as he has been told in a letter sent by the finest Aegeon, and sent with the most royal of decrees that he, and only he, is the deciding oath in the revoting of Brexiting the Rebrexiting.
Although I have to say, I find the line, as he is told in a letter sent by the finest pigeon. I'm not sure where that came from, but I like it.
Yeah, we kind of left that out of the game.
Yeah, we did. So we've got Brexit-Man as the protagonist. The Birmingham Man is the obstruction. He would later be renamed the Eloquent Man as to not spoil a puzzle.
Yes.
Because that was, or spoil the joke, really. Yeah. And then Eloquent Man, also other translator. Wait. Did I say?
He's not called.
No, he's not the Eloquent. No, I'm sorry. He's called the airport guard. Yeah. And then we have a convenience store clerk. We have a synthesizer music.
Yeah,
store.
Dan, we say Glædelig Jul.
Oh yeah, the chat.
That's how we say Happy Yuletide.
Now let's rewind to 5 minutes ago when I said we're really going to have to keep an eye on the chat, and then
do you
know
how if we have to say Christmas in Danish, that's Kristusmesse, which is a fucking amazing word.
It's not a word anyone uses. No one ever uses that.
But that is why we just stuck with Yule, because Kristusmesse is.
What are you apologizing for? What happened?
I touched my microphone. I think people might have bleedy ears now.
Bleedy ears!
Bleedy ears.
Fuck you! Fuck!
So we say Kristusmesse.
No, we don't. No one says Kristusmesse.
Yeah, but if they actually are Christians, they should say Kristusmesse, because that's why it's called Christmas. It's Christ Mass. It's Kristusmesse.
Play the goddamn game. No.
Okay.
So we have a music store clerk, and we have bookstore clerk, and a voice in the dark, which it'll become clear to you.
Apparent later.
Inventory items, notebook. No, that never happened.
Nope. Sandwich. Nope.
Never happened.
No inventory happened.
There was actually no inventory in the entire game.
We very quickly realized that no inventory would happen.
No inventory was necessary. Like, an icon in the top right corner brings up Brexit-Man's notebook where he writes down phrases that will please the eloquent man.
Yes.
Since that actually would have taken effort, I decided not to do that.
Yes.
And now we get into actual... Wait, I must have written some of this.
Yes. So you remember things a little incorrectly, because this is where you and I met up and I told you my ideas.
Oh,
you wrote them down.
Where did we do that?
We did that. We found 3 hours where we could meet on a day after work.
Oh, right.
And I just came by and then left again.
And then we spat things out.
And then and then I went home and started writing on the actual thing.
and this joke actually made it into the game.
Yes, that's where you keep the horses. Which. Papaya Chemist, absolutely amazing voice for that. That is,
she delivered.
She really.
Delivered. You'll see.
You'll see.
You'll see.
And it's not Yule. Hey, get it, Yuletide.
Oh, good. And here's the description of the last puzzle. It is a cock-off. Brexit-Man and Birmingham Man engage in a battle of words that descend gradually into Cockney and ends with sentences consisting solely of the word fan. This is not what ended up happening.
No, again, we were under time pressure, so a lot of the ideas just kind of... So that's why you got a really weird dialogue puzzle with the Australian instead.
There's a lot of really weird.
I had to come up with something. I had 0 time.
Oh, by the way, Birmingham Man won't let you on the plane with the sandwich because it is EU meat.
Yes,
that's actually a funny idea, and we never put that in either.
No, again, we had a lot. We cut up the inventory, so why would he not let him on with?
Oh, but we still have the line when he actually finishes the game.
I still think that Brexit-Man and Airportland, the Rebrexiting, has potential to be revamped.
Yeah,
as a much better game
turned into an action
made by other people.
If someone wants to go out on an absolute limb and redraw all the graphics to not suck as much,
we also did not have an artist.
I was about to say we do have the original source code, and that's technically true, but some dingbat accidentally deleted the release version of the game, so we do have backups, but.
It can be remade.
You can finish that up. But,
we can remake that.
And
then there was a bit of the main quest. And then that was the original design document.
This is the original design document.
I think we even had a little conversation.
We had a little conversation. You
don't know how to do this.
What were we thinking? This was your idea.
Yeah, well, I'm a maybe do something else.
Thumbs up. So this must have been on like day 3 of the 4 days TorpedoBear had to write this. He was like, I can't remember what this.
The fuck. Yes. Yes, that is a Scandinavian thing, Dan. Christianity couldn't touch our heathen Yule. As Invader Sim would say it.
Now,
heathen Yule.
We also have the original script for all the dialogue that you have. I also saved that.
Awesome, but I think that is pretty much.
We could have a look at that after we've streamed the game. Which let's see, we've been live for 30 minutes.
Holy crap! We haven't played anything.
We haven't played a single fucking thing yet.
Yay! Let's do that.
Maybe we
Let's
should
do
start
the playing thing.
Let's do the playing thing.
Once upon a time, in a Jam Adventureversity far away.
Shout out to Gemini Does Games, who did an amazing voice of narration.
Another.
Absolutely
and then they decided
perfect.
to do one last
And who's also
final
probably editing the VOD of this for later use. Poor fucker.
to trick
So
them
we
all.
have to
And
say
in
nice
bureaucracy,
things.
by
Best voice work in
And
the
so
whole
the
game.
people of the UK went to the
Fine.
vote. All 66 million of them. Every woman, man, and
I actually did do it, and he was like very. It wasn't like Gary Owen singing up. He just went very official.
then
Yeah.
it was discovered that a British expat with
He does a
no
good
name
British.
had not received his voting card. This person
And he's not British. He's from Louisiana.
deciding vote in the biggest mockery and celebration of democracy the world had ever known. For he was a British chap doing his best to make the right choice in the referendum of the British exit from the Europe. Hell no. I am the narrator. And I make the decisions. And this
He nailed that.
is simply way too boring. This is Brexit-Man and Airportland. The Rebrexiting.
Slowest dramatic zooming ever. Well, okay, a word about the graphics. Right? A word about the graphics. So, because I have no artistic bone in my body and we were only two people, I drew the graphics for this.
We are playing the game now. Technically, we are playing the game now.
Kink Asp King.
I don't know how to pronounce
That's a
it.
weird. Either he's like really good at ASP, like the Microsoft programming language, or
she is from Poland.
why? If it's a she, it would be a Queen ASP King. Queen.
But Kinga is a Polish female name. So it could be Kinga.
Speaking. Speaking is the sound that a ricocheting bullet makes.
Yes, that is true. Are you a
So-
superhero?
So if someone shoots you with a gun, it just goes. Speaking.
So your superhero name is Ricochet, and your power is that bullets kind of just bounce off and hit other people.
And the superhero name is the King. Speaking.
Speaking. I don't know. Sorry.
A word about the graphics. See, but yeah, I'm terrible at drawing anything, so I decided to hide behind some sort of conceit. And I did this by purposely drawing everything as if it was an old shareware game from the early 90s. So I drew everything in an old DOS program called Autodesk Animator. Runs in 320 by 200, and it does these really hideous looking color gradients as you see in the lettering behind you. And they also do these lovely animations. It was an animation program, and probably used by professionals at some point, but I was not one of them.
They're not anymore.
But now you can see so that is an effect you can do in that game. And this introduction sequence was
I think you did an amazing job on that old thing.
this is most of the development time was spent making this, and then
Right. Time
a couple of days for the actual coding of it.
Yeah.
and hop on that plane.
Also look how he's squirming with his legs whenever he talks.
Yes.
Make your way to gate 7 now.
Oh, that's me. This assembler.
Oh, I wonder where we're supposed to click. I have no idea. This is.
Oh no, where are we supposed to go? We can just have a wander around the map. Oh,
I mean, it has a map.
it actually
I
has
mean, how
a map.
advanced is that? So this big block you see in the middle was actually supposed to be a location.
Yes.
And that location was cut out for time reasons. The reason for everything is time. Which
Also, we
that
couldn't-
is kind of sort of philosophical. The reason for everything is time.
The reason for
But
everything.
anything.
We couldn't think of a puzzle either.
Well, not only that, but the main thing is for everything in this game. The main thing is just to tell a dumb joke. And this dumb joke was easier to just put on rails at the end of the game in a different kind of revamped version. So that's what we did. We took the joke out of the location and put it on Rails and got Francisco Gonzalez to voice the joke.
And when we say we,
I think I wrote, he got.
So, TorpedoBear wrote all the dialogue for this game, at least all the shitty dialogue. And
You have been throwing me under the bus for so long now.
So, no. TorpedoBear did write most of that. He submitted an entire script of this, which we'll show you at the end of the game. And it was up to me to sort of put it into Adventure Game Studio and draw up all the. Oh shit! Something's coming. And there it was.
Oh, and it wasn't Santa Claus.
That was Santa. Santa. Wow. Why is your belly hanging out like that?
You sound different. So.
Oh, it's a cordless mouse, by the way. You can just. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so TorpedoBear is now in control. I will lean back and drink beer.
So I wrote all the dialogue, but when it comes to item descriptions or the reactions, it's around 50-50, I think.
It's pretty much 50-50.
The rather crudely painted sign simply reads, "No entry."
And someone decided that they'd voice the protagonist themselves despite not having a British accent at all.
Well, see, that's what I think. We wrote that into some of the dialogue, which I think completely exonerates you.
Yes, and later on we actually heard from other expats, other British expats, or well, New Zealand expats actually, but that still counts. People with other accents.
I think they count as people, yes.
Yes, moving to the United States and just losing their accents entirely. So that's what happened with Brexit-Man here. He lost his British accent, but he is still technically. I mean, he must hold like dual citizenship or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
We are playing the goddamn game.
Yeah, we are playing the goddamn game now. And now we come to the absolute worst voice acting in the universe.
This is brilliant. The first.
What's that?
I like how you actually read what's being written.
I just said a lot of gibberish and then like very slowly I do a lot of transcription.
So you transcribe your own
previous
gibberish?
work. I did a lot of transcriptions, so transcribing is a thing. So I thought I can do this. I can say nonsense and actually get phonetically the right letters down as long as you're thinking with a Danish brain, I guess.
Yes, this is what Danish people do all the time.
Yes, this is actually the fun thing is this is actually just Danish.
Yeah.
He's just going, "Hi, you cannot come through here.
Please do not come through here."
I need to get through here.
That actually means call your grandma. That's kind of weird.
It does.
What a coincidence. What a coincidence.
I don't hate my grandma. Stop saying that.
I didn't say that. I said
No, the chat did.
And it has like a ton of different randomized.
Could you move,
And
please?
sometimes you get him to say some weird shit, which is a little longer than the rest of the shit, which is this shit.
So this is basically me and Torpedo, and this is what it sounds like when we actually have conversations in our native language.
This is actually you are actually witnessing a Danish conversation.
Yes, or half of it.
One person is speaking English because of his cultural appropriation,
I
and
need
the
to
other
get
one
through here.
is.
That was a bit of a hot take, wasn't it?
I have an opinion on that.
So,
Oh, this is useless. Never mind.
Yes.
I can't understand what he's saying. I need to find someone who can translate this for me.
Oh, look like we have a setup for a quest.
a quest setup. What happens
Now-
if you hit the little eye icon up there?
Well, I don't know. Oh wait, I do know. It tells you that your quest is inactive and you have found zero phrases. So even before actually activating quest, you can be told you haven't done whatever it is you're supposed to do.
That used to be a debug thing, like a little debug thing that I put in, but it turns out it was actually very useful for people who got stuck and couldn't actually find the quest. So by clicking that, they went, "Oh, there's a quest! Oh, I thought I was just playing some weird fever dream."
which would not be that far away from
Actually,
other previous ideas we had.
Oh, it's
so.
it bears.
I think you, or maybe the chat, should decide the next blob that we go to.
The next blob. What was that?
That was my virginity.
Did it just fall out of you?
Yes.
Awesome.
It was a screw. I hope it wasn't important to like holding up the table that holds all this expensive equipment.
I think it might have been. Okay. Well, fine. So before we all die under the immense weight of the desk in front of us,
Top left blob.
top left blob. That's -4.
Information desk.
I think wasted today. Actually, that deserves.
Wasted today is.
It's a good username.
Good username. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers for that.
Good. So we have a top left blob and we have an information desk.
So we have them in order now. We go to the top left blob first, and then we go to the information desk.
Awesome.
Drink more beer. You won't feel it when the desk collapses.
Again, see, I like how yes, that's the
ticket.
That's what we say in Danish is the yes hat. So is this the top left blob?
That would be the top left blob.
Yes.
Oh, one thing I was going to say is it bears mentioning that all of the stupid jokes in this game,
All of them.
all of them,
Each and every
one of them are references to stuff that happened when we visited London in 2018 for the Adventure X convention.
Yes. Oh well, most of them.
Most of them.
I think some of them are not.
This joke with the -4, which Dan has correctly identified in the chat, that is exactly the joke.
That's the joke.
7 minus 11 is -4.
Yeah, it's the minus. Get it?
And I came up with it, and I'm very proud of myself because I'm shit at math. And when I came up with it, TorpedoBear just face palmed.
So mine's
That's perfect.
They're everywhere.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, and if you look at the sign 5 times, there's a little Easter egg.
There is a little Easter egg. We have, as the convenience clerk, we had, oh, what's his name? He's done a few games.
Gilbert's the last name.
Yeah, he's
Ron
not-
Gilbert.
Yes,
The other Gilbert.
Gilbert Gottfried?
Yes, Gilbert Godfrey.
I think it's Gilbert Gottfried.
Did the voice for this one.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, no, it was his evil twin brother Dave.
Dave Godfrey?
It's a -4 convenience store. They're everywhere.
My joke didn't work. It was on the top of my head.
Mine was even better.
But
It's a
if you
-4
do
convenience store.
this,
They're everywhere.
I think it's
few
4
times.
or 5 times. Oh, it's 5 times.
That's a devil burp right there.
yeah,
Dave
Easter egg.
Dave did some lovely outtakes for the voice of the -4 clerk. Because, the reason why the -4 clerk
shelf of
is
magazines.
the way he is, it's a reference to 2 different things. One is that
shelf of
I did a video once where Dave Gilbert helpfully
have time
provided
to
the
go through
voice of
magazines.
a
I
little
have a
rubber
flight
duck
sketch.
that was also possessed by Satan with a Z, apparently.
yes, Satan.
Satan.
He's a football player from Sweden.
And since he did that one,
Get it, Dan? Get it?
since doing that voice, Dave, much to my own surprise, said that whenever I needed a voice for Satan in anything, he would happily step up. And I was like, really?
Oh, I remember this.
So-
Yes. You mentioned this when we were making characters.
Yeah.
In that 3-hour space we had.
We were coming,
And you
coming
said
down
that,
to the wire.
and I said, I'm writing Satan into this game.
Yeah, we were kind of like,
Yes.
we don't really have a character for the convenience store clerk other than he has to be the sort of depressed, misanthropic asshole. And we're like, let's write him as Satan who's stuck in a convenience store in an airport. And we went, perfect, we can get Dave Gilbert to voice him.
Yes.
And surprisingly, Dave said yes.
Yes.
Again.
Again.
Not technically surprising since he had already
This guy
said
was
he'd voice
dead
Satan in
inside.
anything I made, but we had a very short time limit, so I was kind of worried he wouldn't have time to do it because he was also doing his own AdventureJam game at the time, but he stepped up and he did it.
Yeah, you did. And we have a Tannoy guy in this scene as well.
Yes.
Who is
Richard Cobbett.
Richard Cobbett, yeah.
Richard Cobbett is currently designing a game for Wadget Eye Games. So this is actually, boss and employee arguing with each other.
But like in the real world as well. Oh my god. This is deep. It's like that song that sang about something that could be interpreted as that event that happened after the song. And
That's
like,
it.
whoa.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. System of a Down of Prophets, man.
This guy looks dead.
What?
No, they were seen as prophets because they prophesized 9/11 because they did the whole "Fly Not a Jet" pilot song.
That is not a theory I've heard before.
Well,
It's a
it
shitty
was
one,
back
too.
when I was a teenager, and I thought it was ridiculous.
It is.
Hi there.
How can I help you?
Also, everyone's wearing lipstick in this game, and it's because I'm terrible at drawing.
Oh, it's to accentuate their lips. Everyone is wearing lipstick in entertainment because you have to.
It's a throwback to the silent movie era, where everyone had to wear brightly colored lipstick to
we're
get
deep, and we have references in what we do.
references.
How long are you open?
Forever.
Get any weird customers?
Yes.
What an inspiring answer.
To such a riveting question.
And
I'm so happy that these people said yes to do all these voices.
I gotta be honest, some of the outtakes that Dave put, because Dave just sent like a long voice file, and I, cut it in, and he would leave like remarks between the lines, and it dawned on me like halfway through his reading that we did not give this man any direction whatsoever. We just threw a bunch of lines at him with no context.
Well, they did have.
Like he,
script.
now he, yeah,
we did, but that's what we did with everyone. Just
yeah, but it turns out that the way your mind works specifically, and my mind works like we can sort of get on the same wavelength, is still miles away from how everyone else's minds work.
Well, I think most of them actually came pretty close to what I had in mind.
Which is more fortuitous than you would expect, because a lot of the outtakes from Dave was like, I don't know what emotion I'm going for here. I can tell he's annoyed, so I'm just gonna play it as annoyed.
Yeah.
And I bring you
4 days. This is it.
Oh, if we want the Easter egg, we have to select a Taco Supreme,
A Taco Supreme. So yeah, that's right. That's another Easter.
which I think is a Tenacious D reference.
Yeah.
Taco
They might
Supreme.
be.
fool. I bring you the devil's
wrote it.
mind. The pain
I
that makes
just
purgatory feel like
thought
the
it was
lesser
funny.
evil. For
And I
I
had this
am the
reason to
god
listen
of
to Primus.
hellfire, and I bring you.
Clean up in aisle 5. Clean up in aisle 5.
Ugh.
Wow, that sounds hellish.
My favorite line is, what are you gonna clean? And he goes on about, I condemn you, Ewan.
Yes.
And
Condemning Ewan.
And in the voice file that Dave sent, he was like, that's really hard to say. I condemn you, Ewan. That doesn't flow. So he did a number of different takes where he just put different names in. I condemn you, Jeff. I condemn you, Bill. I condemn you, George.
Also, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know that. I didn't hear the outtakes. So he actually, to get the right punch.
Yeah, and then I went with the one he didn't like. Because I just think it's so funny that there's a dude named Ewan who just shits all over the devil.
Yeah.
Aren't you gonna clean up aisle 5?
We don't even have an aisle 5. The Tannoy guy just thinks he's funny. He's
I like that
not.
inflection.
I condemn you, Ewan.
I condemn you, Ewan. Yeah.
Go to hell, please.
Yeah.
This is hell, and you know it, Ewan.
So Ewan was not like something we were married to, but the only reason
I was.
we really stuck with it was
Ewan guy.
because
Oh, he's
Dave
no
Gilbert
one.
fucking hated
Just a
it.
lost soul who needs
Technically,
to stop
yes.
haunting the Tannoys, or I will give him the full fury of the Ninth Circle when I finally catch him.
Bing bong! You know I can't actually hear you, right? All I can see is this mad person waving his arms around on the camera.
By the way, Richard Coppett is not putting on a voice. That is how he talks.
Oh no, stop! You look like you're singing along to the song I'm listening
I got
to.
demonetized now.
One of these days, Ewan. One of these days.
If you wanna be my lover, da-da-dum-dum-dum.
Ugh.
Is this a reference to my wife's favorite band as a child?
It could be, but actually it was just because it was fun. But it is funny that Limchin's wife made it, Her favorite band when she was young was Spice Girls. I know that because I went to class with her, and I mock her quite often with that. But she was a weird Spice Girl fan.
Well, you had to be a fan of something. I was a fan of Pet Shop Boys when I was a kid. And
Did you just leave the stream? Oh yeah, but you have your microphone on, so
I do have my microphone on. You can still hear everything I'm doing. Which is why I did it.
Yes, Dan, it's the Metasquirming and the Vortex Hell Dimension Easter egg that we're going for.
Wait, what?
But I don't actually remember how to get to it. I don't know if you do too. It still exists.
No, we actually picked this up at the thrift store.
This is hell. Does that make you the devil? What? Really?
What's this I'm holding in my hand?
It's a Polaroid.
This
An old
fucking sequence of lines just...
So?
I wasn't even sure where the hell you were going with that when I read it.
You and...
And
Are those the creators of Myst?
And that's when it finally kicked in.
It says September 24, 1989.
And what are they signing?
It's a contract that you're holding that says...
It's such an internal joke.
Yes, read it out loud. Do it.
It says a vow to convince people that pulling levers is a fun and exciting game mechanic.
When I read that in the script, I went, yes!
You monster. Have you any idea what you put in
Fuck
motion
everyone
that
who
day?
enjoys that. I mean, Gemini is a lovely person. Subscribe to Gemini Does Games.
Yes.
Did you not pick up on that?
Let me ask you something else.
We don't actually have a quest yet, so we can't.
So yeah, we're gonna just
Try
loop
something
this
next
conversation forever until we. So next we have to go to the information desk.
Yes,
What-
the information desk.
So we're avoiding the quests altogether.
Yes!
Prolong the misery of looking at this and listening.
Good God, this is so washed out. I don't blame Corey Cole for saying that he didn't bother finishing this game.
I do, because I think this is a perfect rendition of the emotional state that you're in when you're also in an airport. It kind of is its expression.
It's all gray, washed out, expressionless. There's this oppressive about him. By the way, the reason why we're talking about Corey Cole is because he was one of the judges. Laurie and Corey Cole, creators of Quest for Glory and Hero U, were one of the judges of AdventureJam 2018, and they were obligated, technically obligated, I guess, to play the top 5 games?
Top 10.
Top 10. Okay, because if we placed in the top 5, holy shit. I believe we placed in like top 6 or 7 or something.
We came, well, in total we came 9th. But it's funny because it's very, like, some of the stuff is high and the rest is just like quests and puzzles and shit.
Oh yeah, they had this whole voting thing, the voting system where you didn't vote on like graphics, sound, puzzle design. You voted on feelings, how you felt as you were playing it.
Scored very high on those.
We scored very high on emotional content.
I have it right here. 2 seconds. I have it right here. So we scored high on characterization and emotional engagement.
Emotional engagement. Yeah, we did.
Emotional engagement came 3rd.
We came 3rd, like overall 3rd place for emotional engagement.
So it's apparently funny. But then atmosphere got 30th.
Place 30th place. That would be the graphics. I chiefly put that down to graphics, as in they
and the mental engagement was on the 15th place, and I think it should have been lower. But
average. No, it actually had puzzles in it. Most of them don't make any sense, and that's why you're here.
It has a puzzle in it.
It has this puzzle which you're about to play, and which I still don't understand.
I think you should play it.
Even my wife, who played this out of courtesy, I think, was just like, that puzzle does not make any goddamn sense.
It was from the time that the idea that there might probably be a puzzle in the game at some point,
These are a little
to
computer
that puzzle was written down and we were actually doing it. That was about 30 minutes minutes. For me, just going, there has to be something. And I wrote you and said, could we do this? And you're like, yeah, that sounds like that sounds like a dialogue puzzle. I'm working.
I'll just pretend I understand what it is we're doing.
That's a mildly disturbing painting.
Hello, this is Puss Boy.
This is one of my absolute favorite jokes. This is this Australian joke because I have Australian family. And,
I thought you were going to talk about Puss Boy.
And this, the clerk,
modern art gallery, fancy
the clerk in the information booth
the artist
is
though.
inspired a bit by our good friend and your top patron, Michael Council. Who I want to call
Michael Crikey.
Michael Crikey. Michael Bloody Crikey, if you want his full name. And my cousin,
who's also Michael Crikey,
and Rosans, who got the pleasure of growing up in Australia and then left. And one of them left to live in fucking London, working in a gluten-free bakery. Like,
I am going to leave this paradise.
Sunshine and space for everyone was not. No. London, gluten-free bakery.
Good God. That's like condemning yourself to the ninth circle.
Yes, exactly. So that inspired me to write that character.
That's good. And
Michael, the same when every time he's up here, and also when we write, he just goes, "Oh, you got my weather," and I think that's fucking hilarious.
Rizulka did the voice. Natalie,
yes,
did the voice, and she absolutely fucking nailed it. We needed a person with an Australian accent.
Yes.
And we would have gladly, changed the gender if need be, and we would have. But luckily, our first choice, Rizulka, just knocked it out of the park, and delivered it with such.
It was spot on.
Like snark. Yes. There's a deep undertone of hatred in the voice.
She really got snark.
Yes. And also weeping, like a phenomenal amount of weeping.
Yes.
I cut out so much shit. Okay, so one thing about doing the, Rizulka just sent like a huge voice file that I chopped up. And she would do the lines. She did like 2 or 3 takes of each line. But every once in a while she'd do the line, and then halfway through the line she'd go, that's actually not how Australians say things, and that's actually not true. And by the way, we love kangaroo meat. And
hey, I didn't say you didn't love kangaroo meat. It's more like if you get lasagna every day, you start to not appreciate it.
So there's a lot of judicious editing.
In the chat, Yamiko Panda says that the info bunker looks like a decapitated canine from Doctor Who.
I'm sure that's a reference to something I'm not entirely familiar with.
Yes, it does. I know Doctor Who reference. Yes. This is...
Okay, I just drew a bunker.
Just agree. Yes.
Okay, yes.
Doctor Who is amazing. Yes. We all watch it.
It's amazing.
Because otherwise we're not nerds.
I've seen Doctor Who. It's trash.
I mean, shut up, Bert.
Shut up.
Why would you say that? You
Peyton sent of instant comments.
Philistine. Shut up. You're in your corner.
Yes.
Anyway, so this was the first screen I drew, and I had no idea what the fuck I was drawing. Actually, the type on the side here, info desk, wasn't even there in the beginning. And then, I was just looking at it going, that looks a bit like the Cybertruck, which hadn't been invented yet. So
yes. And once again, the game is a prophecy. This is what Elon Musk played to get his inspiration.
That is exactly what happened. Hey, Donut is in the chat.
Hey!
Hvor gammel bliver du her?
Det ved jeg ikke.
Cirka 12,5.
Yeah. So that was a bit of Danish for you.
Merry Christmas, asshole. Now,
that is a massive slab of plastic just for dispensing information. I kind of wonder what the rest of all that space is for.
Oh, reminds me.
The guy called Evil Donut in the chat who just wrote Merry Christmas Foxholes is actually currently piloting a train in Denmark, so...
Like, actually, when he's writing this and watching this, so...
He is riding a train.
You will, in like 10 or 15 minutes, you'll see a report going massive collision, public transportation shut down in all of Denmark. Also, the Prime Minister will be weeping live on camera, and that's all because of Donut.
Yes.
All because
of the evil Donut.
Evil Donut. Donut, by the way, is one of my oldest friends. We went to high school together. He played bass in the punk band I was in. He played bass! Slap like now if you enjoy bass. Good God, I love that. Davey504. Slap like now if you're excited. Because he needs more slap.
I don't think I get that reference.
Oh, you will. Oh, you will later on. I will show you some Davey504. But anyway, Evil Donut was the bass player in the punk band after high school. It's actually kind of sad when I think about it. We had a punk band after high school. I don't think that's how. I don't think that's how you do.
No, that's not the normal approach.
And he chiefly got the job because he had a bass. Not that he could play it. He just had one.
Yes, but that is also all you need.
That is all, especially if you're playing punk rock. Anyway. One of my favorite contributions to this game is the look message when you look at the information person.
This girl mans the information desk. Or does she woman it? I don't know.
That is such a dad joke.
My SJW cred.
Hello, I need info.
That's what I'm here for, I guess.
The fucking talking animation on her just looks like she's dislocating her jaw.
Yes. I think her crying animation is absolutely... Wait for it all.
I would like to know something.
A long soliloquy.
And I would like to inform you of something.
You would?
I would.
Great. So, what would you like to inform me about?
I would like to inform you that you are wasting my time.
Right.
Sometimes when you write those bits of dialogue in adventure games like these, okay, hello, hi, who are you, what are you doing, I don't know, they just go absolutely nowhere, and that was a perfect example of a conversation that went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
Who's the artist on that sandwich board?
But it was fun.
This is the renowned provocateur, the artist known as Projectile Elk. I'm sure you've heard of him.
I have not.
Uncultured swine.
Wait, what?
Well, he hasn't heard of the renowned provocateur known as Projectile Elk.
Why would she just go on? I thought she was just like say it under her breath, like uncultured swine. She didn't. She just said uncultured swine.
Well, again, we didn't have any voice direction.
No.
I just wrote the stuff and then sent it out.
Which is what you do. You don't want to force your projection of a character onto your actors.
It gives the voice actor the chance to put their own little...
Yes, is what Sally Beaumont screamed at us when we were at Adventure X 2018.
Something.
Like loudly, like really just got right up and like this close to our face, just at the top of her fucking lungs, just screamed it at us.
I thought she screamed, "Iron Brew!"
She also did that.
But apparently it was a different thing. So...
where does the name Projectile Elk come from?
That's from your community. You did a live stream where you started making a prototype. And then you sent me the prototype. And in that prototype, the word Projectile Elk, which is apparently a allusion to TorpedoBear.
I'm pretty sure it was a Russian friend, Mokabra, who had some...
Oh, so that's... He just mentioned wildlife from Russia.
He did.
That's just...
A projectile...
Projectile Elk.
This is gonna... I'm so glad you brought this guy.
I hate it here. Unleash me from my bonds.
No, get in your corner.
Get in your corner, evil Astro Chicken.
Evil Astro Chicken.
When's the art exhibition?
The sandwich board should have told you this.
It did not speak to me.
That's a dad joke.
That's a
I shall
dad
have
joke.
words with it later then.
But it's also a snarky
not
dad
here
joke, and that makes it okay.
later.
So
how will I find out when the exhibition is?
you probably won't, but...
Why is he interested in the art Oh, wait, because it speaks to him.
Person that would gain much from looking
No, it
at
doesn't
art
speak to
anyway.
him, but
It is captivating.
captivating.
No, but I know you don't know art.
Wow, she has got some attitude, this one.
You're saying that out loud, you simpleton.
I'm pretty sure that was my little... No?
I wrote that.
Okay, you wrote that, but it's still one of my pet peeves is when, you have a first-person narration protagonist and you just walk into a room and start describing the room to no one in particular. That's a desk. That's a table. That's a chair.
I think it's absolutely normal behavior. Also, a lot of stuff like that is just because I know you hate it. I wanted to put something in it where there are 4 walls. And the whole thing is that you have to to break the fourth one. But we didn't.
Like they're all numbered. Like they're not, it's not like a 4-wall room or anything. It's just like 4 walls next to each other.
Breaking, like just having 4 walls and they're not numbered at all. You just have to figure out. Oh, there are 4. I have to break the 4th wall.
What's the name of the painting?
But we did not have time for that.
Who around here?
This is the first I've heard of this.
Why do you need
I'm
to
so glad that's not in the game.
But you do not strike me as an art fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, really, really?
What do I strike you?
Not yet.
Someone who couldn't tell pixel art from a poodle fart.
I like that line. That line was pretty good.
Pretty funny and endearing.
Damn it.
Of all the lines, that was one good line.
That was one good line.
Thank you so much.
You know, you're quite mean, you know?
You noticed that,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Was he doing it on purpose?
Of course I am.
But why?
You've heard my accent. It should be obvious to you where I'm from.
Here you go. Now, please explain yourself. Now, the thing.
I
Okay.
apologize to Amnesty International for this.
First of all, the reason why it cuts off at the bottom there, that's my fault, and that's something I could not fix. I even had to cut out 1 or 2 countries from the list because when you make like a long-ass dialogue tree in AGS, and also you have to
I
adjust.
thought it would just like rows.
No, it wouldn't do that. You
So one
can't
row here, one row here, one row here.
No, that's sadly that's not how it works. And because the font I'm using needed to have some line space. Oh, excuse me. There it goes. Needed to have some line spacing. It actually sort of disappears near the bottom there. So that's on me. But the actual puzzle design.
It's on me. Yeah. So let's just spoil it. You have to spell Australia.
Why can't you just tell her, oh, you're from Australia?
Because we had no puzzles, and I panicked, and we needed a puzzle.
When you say we
are a team. You are very much one of.
You were the writer.
You're very good at being not we when there's blame to be passed. But, okay, so we didn't have a puzzle.
Right.
I was in charge of doing that.
Yes.
So I came up with this puzzle because that's what I had. So
It's very convoluted for a puzzle you had to think of like at the last second.
yes, thank you.
Which
I think that's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
However, it's not really that very straightforward actually. But the thing is, I knew that you're gonna have to like by your like trial and error. So I wrote in the script that there had to be like at least 5 different ways that she reacts to him getting it wrong, and that at every 6 times she would go like a dinosaur, get really angry and shit.
I did not put that in.
And he did not put that in, so the annoyance factor goes up quite a lot when she goes no every time.
You just have to pick the right dialogue bit.
Antarctica?
No.
Armenia?
No.
Argentina?
No.
Andalusia?
No.
And it doesn't go away, you can just press it again.
No.
Yay! And no fucking variation in the response. So,
Austria?
Yes.
because that's.
I mean, no. That was phonetically close, but no.
She tells you what it is. Austria, okay, and then.
Still doesn't make sense at this point.
Andalusia?
No. Wait. Yes. You've said all the
It's
letters
not so
in the
hard.
correct
You
order.
just have to spell Australia.
I'm from bloody Australia.
I'm pretty sure
Are you
I also
some sort of
coded it in
electron
wrong.
hybrid?
Because you're supposed to do it in the correct order,
How the
and I
bloody
don't
fuck
think
do
you
not
actually
Yeah, you
do.
have to
Straight off the
choose
bat.
Austria first, and then one of the countries that has alia in it. So it spells Australia.
I'm gonna go pee.
He's very annoying. So
I could just leave it here.
go pee.
I'll go pee.
I'm sure this will be great entertainment. So now this is another thing that this is mainly made for just doing a lot of fun jokes. So this bit is just long and you have 0 interaction with it. And while he's pissing, you can listen to it with
Well, I'm sorry, but what's
The
so special
soundtrack
about
of
you
him
being from
peeing.
Australia anyway?
It's a nice
Sunny there. mate.
I'm so glad I have.
Oh no, how terrible.
Happy Brexit boy, you don't know my struggle. All the time. Sunshine, barbecue, gorgeous weather, enough space for everyone.
Sounds horrible.
It is!
gonna
I've
stay
got
here a
so
while.
much vitamin D in me, I don't think I will ever get depressed.
Yeah, how terrible, I guess.
It is when you want to be an artist.
What do you mean?
Try it. Just try it. Try being an inspiring artist with nothing but freshly cooked kangaroo steaks in your belly. Sunshine-infused vitamin D bursting out of every pore in your skin.
Of all the things I've done for this stream, I think cordless
It
mics
should
was the
offend your
best
every
idea
taste
I
bud,
ever
but
had.
It doesn't, because it's just so freaking happy.
I am starting to get what you're saying in a weird sort of way. How?
With a boomerang.
That sounds amazing.
I know.
Oh, better wash my hands. I'm live.
And then what? I go on the internet and I kill you Northern European fellas, Scandinavian, UK people. You fruit turns into grey goop and tastes of vinegar no matter what you cook it with. The weather is a freebie to misery.
Towel.
Your
God damn it.
infrastructure sucks, so you're always late and impatient. Your rent is high and your plants are so small.
I'm back.
Thanks for the pea humming
Right?
dancers.
You
Thanks.
never remember the dark ages. Half of you don't even have any teeth, despite having the technology to prevent them from happening. And to top it all off, your beer tastes amazing.
Yeah, good thing we're not drinking any of it.
Yeah.
Because
And then
it's
we bought the
only
worst beer in the
positive
world.
thing
Yeah, we did.
your
Awesome.
dreary, miserable, teethless, goop-eating, dark-age existence. And you're all so goddamn depressed and creative.
Super creative.
So, I took a job in an airport information booth and aspired to be more like the artist known as Projectile Elk. You know, to try and be more Scottish. So,
She also threw in a little accent there at the end.
Amazing.
bloody butt I am.
So, fun fact, I actually
poor
originally
thing.
wrote this as a bonus
Please.
phrase for the main quest that will come up later.
Yeah, the main quest we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, so this was supposed to be a bonus thing that you didn't need to complete the quest, but Plimshin insisted that nope.
Oh, everything has to be necessary. I'm not coding in superfluous shit, and then I coded in a huge, giant Easter egg area.
Dan Nasty writes, 2 hours later, Toads forget about the mic and drunk dances grandma in the bathroom. I hope so. I hope that will happen. So,
These are little computer terminals you can use to check your emails and stuff.
I've been to one of those when I was
Those things are ridiculously expensive.
at AdventureX the first time. I missed my flight and had to spend
Some sort of tacky gift
22,
shop.
23 hours in an
I
airport.
don't think I need to go there.
And the information desks with the internet access on it are just an absolute money sink. Don't ever go near them.
TorpedoBear without golf.
Blasphemy!
I do other things, yes. Yes. I also breathe.
And dance and love.
Dance the bear dance. But you shouldn't endorse
Fuck
that.
peasants!
I
No, no,
endorse
he doesn't.
dancing for tourists. Bear dancing. It was a very
Okay, yeah,
dark
okay.
joke. Nobody got that. Okay. So, and then you put in this, and I was so happy because
Oh,
I like when I played the game the first time. See what had happened. This masterpiece that we created together, and you added this weird. That you like. I was like, why is it gold plated? Like, is it like a it's like gold? Like, oh, it's a door.
this might be my proudest moment.
And this is look message bonanza. This is look message porn.
And every time I was writing a new one, I
And I
just went.
think I'm gonna hand the mouse.
I'm
to
gonna
you
do that?
for this bit.
I thought this was a great joke, also because we are using this context-sensitive UI. So with every hotspot in the game, I can define what interactions can be done, but you can also swap out interactions on the fly. So if I go and knock on this, then in the game code it tells the game to swap out the knock thing with a different verb. So I just went a bit haywire. No point in knocking. If I want her attention, I can just walk up and talk to her. Or maybe the door does seem unlocked. I can just open it. Yeah, it's locked. There's a thin slit between the doors, though. Maybe I can pry my way in. But now we pry. It's no good. Can't get my fingers between the door. The doors seem flimsy, though. Maybe if I put enough pressure on them.
There's a cat. Hi, cat.
Yes, we must investigate cat. So now we can lean on the door to try and assert pressure. Oh, it's no good. They won't budge. The hinges seem worn, though. Maybe I can just remove them. Are you getting the joke yet? Damn, they're screwed on with those tiny screws you can't wrap your fingers around. Maybe I'm just not supposed to get in there. Or maybe...
Hello, cat.
We will investigate cat. Cat.
And now you can't interact with it anymore. Oh,
yeah, you can.
It's
so crazy, but it just might... Nah, what was I thinking? This is insane. So now the cat will play the game.
The cat will play the game. It is a cat-friendly game. We are not speciesists.
Or
it's multi-species.
No, multi-species definitely couldn't do that.
All you need is a paw.
And at this point, it actually becomes a fourth wall-breaking joke because the verbs just become more and more violent. Also, the cat is purring straight into the microphone.
Yeah. Hello, catty miss.
I really couldn't.
Oh, I double-clicked.
They get worse and worse and worse. And... No, this is getting a bit, I'm starting to not feel very comfortable.
So Margonaut writes, I heard your cat and turned to look for mine. She's watching the stream now.
Is she happy?
Is the cat happy?
Look, no, just no. We can incinerate, we can scorch it, we can cremate it, we can consume with flames, we can reduce to cinder.
Reduce
utterly. No, just no. Address unknown. Demolish with hate and fire. Look, no, just expunge from this world. Tap lightly. Okay, I'll tap it lightly. That did nothing. And we're done.
And we're done.
That was my proudest joke in the entire game.
Okay, so what?
The rest is all filth.
We've been to this blob, and this blob, and this blob.
You're gonna have to let me know if the cat is overpowering the commentary, by the way.
Yeah, all cats overpower every commentary just by their sheer presence.
You're a tiny kitty.
So any idea for which blob we should do here next?
Maybe we should go and actually activate the quest.
The cat is happy. Not just this cat, her cat.
Oh, her cat. Yeah. Because this is.
Let's go activate. This is also my.
That is not where you activate.
That's not where I'm supposed to go. That is for later.
Staples und Berkeley.
Staples und Berkeley.
This is my favorite dialogue. Now,
so fun fact: we actually had a different voice for the German.
The clerk,
the book clerk,
the aforementioned but Miss Beaumont.
Miss Beaumont, but she was not comfortable with some of the content of it. So,
in a sort of polite way, it's not proper for an English lady to be reading the filth you have written down. It really comes out wrong.
Yes.
So we had an American do it instead.
But she did an amazing job.
Yes, Papaya Chemist. Twitch.tv/Papaya Chemist did the voice for the clerk.
But this is one of my favorite jokes. All of them are my favorite jokes. I wrote them. So
it's a bin full of discount codes. Yeah, you absolutely love this for some reason.
So it's just a fun phonetic joke, and it's only funny if you know Ikifu's that we met at Gordon. Hi, Gordon.
Gordon, YouTube streamer Ikifu. YouTube streamer.
YouTube.
He actually, he streams sometimes.
He's
Anyway,
a YouTuber who streams.
YouTube.com/Ikifu. He does like short reviews of point-and-click adventure games. Lovely person. He's the sort of person you just want to hug.
Yes, he's very huggable.
He's a very huggable little guy.
I want to call him
came out wrong.
Huxtable, but I think that's too British. And he's from.
He's Scottish.
He's Scottish, and he's from the what's it called, Glasgow area, right?
Who knows?
He's Scottish, and we cannot bring up the Scots without Iron Brew.
You know it is true. When you speak of Scotland, you speak of Iron Brew.
We are not actually getting paid to promote Iron Brew. We just
hashtag not sponsored.
So, AKIFOO, Ikifu, or Ikifu, and this is my favorite.
Let's see what's in here.
Thing, because I wanted, as soon as he mentioned that his YouTuber name was Ikifu.
There's a new type of kung fu gaining popularity in the Southeast Asian corner of the world. It says here that, inspired by monkeys, the combatants fling their feces at their opponents as a means to confuse and disgust them before punching them down with traditional kung fu moves. They call it Ikifu.
Get it?
It's a nice ring to it.
Get it? The best thing is that there is actually on video a recording of Ikifu experiencing that joke. And that is, my life is complete.
There is?
Yeah, there's an Ikifu plays the thingy. Or, no, that's not Ikifu.
No, Ikifu did not play this. Well, I guess he must have played it, but he didn't do a let's play of it. Hey, Alex, in the chat. Sophie supposedly has an Iron Brew for me waiting at her place. I think I need to live stream it. Live stream it.
Then who is it who did? Because I've seen someone from
Gemini did.
It's Gemini, and in my mind I've just completely translated that into that was Ikifu doing that. So I don't know.
Very close to.
I don't have the video footage of Ikifu dying inside from that joke, which makes me die inside a little bit.
Human Interact asks, is this the YAR game? It's not a YAR game. It's the AdventureJam game. The YAR game you're actually in, and we haven't made it yet.
So,
I need to
there's
tell you
a
about
game
that
coming
at some point.
Kind of a paltry selection, if I'm honest.
So there's actually, if you look at him first, you will change his dialogue a little bit.
If you look at the book reading person,
if you look at the book reading person before talking to him, there is a sentence that changes.
Yes, we're very proud of conditional logic in adventure games. Very proud of that.
Yeah. Advanced stuff.
Excuse me.
Yes.
And this voice was provided by longtime supporter of the Space Quest Historian channel, Mr. Dog of Pickles. This is good. Pickle Dog
of the Pickles.
Mr. Dog of Pickles. Mr. Pickle Dog has a South African accent and it's a very sort of gentle
bass.
Yes.
Gentle bassiness.
A gentle bassiness. Yes, he has the sort of eloquent voice that you just. I love listening because he's been on tons of my live streams helping me finish all sorts of different games and always with the best, mood and intention, just calm as cucumbers. And he just has the best voice. So he was the natural choice for the eloquent man.
Like a smart person.
Because I'm reading a book?
Yes, and the fact that you can apparently.
The only thing we should have thought of.
You seem easily impressed.
Was that shortly after doing this voice, he bought a proper microphone.
Oh yeah, but again,
but then
time.
We couldn't really.
We had no time.
And I think actually.
Was it within the AdventureJam?
No, it was shortly after, and I can't say for certain that he bought one because he did the voice for this game. But
he can take credit until he just debunks it.
In my headcanon, that is exactly what happened.
Yes, well, then that's what happens. It's canon.
Do you speak any other languages?
Just listen to his voice.
Cool. Which?
French, Swahili, Javanese, and several dialects of English.
Several dialects.
German, Indian,
I don't know where that came from.
Modern Greek, Ancient Greek, Spanish, and Portuguese.
And
I'm done.
Wow, that's a lot.
Why, thank you.
Hey, wait a minute. Spanish and Portuguese? Isn't Portuguese the same as Spanish?
No, no way.
And it's so wonderful. I love that part because it's so clear that he had to look that up in Google Translate. So he's pronouncing it like Google Translate. So I just think that's a beautiful little.
Also, I
detail.
didn't know that line was. I mean, until I read the script, I didn't know he was going to put that in. The fun thing about that is, when I was an exchange student in the United States from 1997 to 1998, I actually shared a house with a Brazilian dude.
Yes.
And Brazilians speak Portuguese, and he was very adamant on a consistent basis
that it
is not the same as Spanish.
Yep.
So that was like,
yes,
yeah.
So it actually comes from my previous work that I had a lot of Portuguese colleagues and one Spanish, and I at a Friday bar.
I was just gonna say that must have been an interesting part.
I got into quite a pickle.
Oh dear, no.
Yes.
Isn't that the same? Oh, so that's a reference from real life.
Yes, and that had just recently happened. And I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
I made a terrible faux pas. I'm putting that in the game.
Yep. Well, might as well use it. And it's fun because they would tell me this is not the same language, and then they would start speaking to each other in what I
It sounds like Spanish.
And I thought it was so funny that like, okay, but you're doing it now. So yeah, that's where that comes from.
Next thing, we should tell Francisco Gonzalez that Cubanese Spanish is the same as regular Spanish.
Yes.
He'd be excited.
I think he would.
Can you help translate someone for me?
I would love to.
Cool. Let's go to the game.
Not so fast. You really need to learn to let people finish their sentences.
But I would love to is a finished sentence.
Not when you are clever and eloquent. There is in my mind such a myriad
Wait,
of nuance and deeper artistic appreciation for the language at hand that I have earned the right to hold as many dramatic pauses as I please. I need you to complete this massively complicated tongue
I think that's fucking hilarious. Nobody else does.
Why?
What, the long pause?
Yes. As you say, a really kind and helpful, arrogant prick, of course.
Because he was describing him out loud.
Yeah. Reason for the task I am giving you.
I thought it came earlier.
Because I know
it's been a while.
You're him, the Brexit-Man, the deciding vote. The one who is simultaneously a tribute and
like how it just builds and builds.
The one who will bring the British Empire to its next chapter on the seas of fate.
Okay, maybe that's a bit dramatic.
The serendipitous synchronization who has rewarded the glorious circumstance of having.
Poor fucker, he sent me some outtakes as well. He actually cut his lines up.
I read about you
but he sent me some outtakes as well.
Yeah?
Poor fucker really struggled with that all caps line.
Without making sure you're eloquent and clever enough.
So I have to prove my worth to you before you'll help.
Hi, Dorinde.
Hey, Dorinde, the synth guy.
Yes, we haven't gotten to you yet.
We'll get to you. We'll get to you.
One
We'll get to you, fucker.
So I do not think I will lose much sleep over this. Also, I am quite jealous.
Good point.
Like he's written. If you just read the dialogue, this dude's a massive asshole, but the voice just makes him like an endearing type of person.
Yeah. No, that's because he's eloquent.
He's
What kind of
very
tongue
eloquent.
twister do you want
And
me
that's
to
the
do?
thing about
It
eloquence.
needs to contain
That it
at
kind of
least
justifies
15
a lot of
words
shit.
and repeating phonemes.
Also, I actually think he's.
It needs to be a grammatically
I think he's not
correct
that big of an
sentence,
asshole.
but it
He's
doesn't
very
have to make sense
clear
necessarily.
about
It
what
just
kind
needs
of
to make
an
sense
asshole he is
grammatically,
and
because
why
that's
he's an
most
asshole.
important.
Like he's not deluding anyone. He's owning up to his assholery.
So that makes it okay. I won't help you unless you construct this massive tongue twister.
Yes,
And he outright says, "I'm
gives you a
jealous."
reason. He gives you an actual reason. For
Yeah, he's jealous.
Yes, that he's jealous that after all his eloquence and hard work at being the eloquent man, this expat weird guy that doesn't he just comes in and gets to, I get to decide me. Like
I love when you said that. I looked at the sprite, and the sprite just looks like he's looking off into the distance, not even looking at the person in front of him. It's just.
That's beautiful. Because that's how many words we had in the sentence. I wanted him to say that, but I thought it was too much before writing.
What's a phoneme?
Oh boy.
This put me through so much agony. This thing that comes up now.
Every language also has unique sounds known as phonemes. These phonemes are divided into consonants and vowels.
You had to look this up on Wikipedia, didn't you? There you go.
Do I need to remember all of those?
Not as such, no.
So, phonemes are...
That close-up!
Yeah.
Bane of my fucking existence, right up until the very, very, delivery of the game on the last fucking day. It looked fine now, but that's because we haven't gone through the dialogue tree with the Stables und Burgrave clerk.
I am deliberately not triggering a very annoying bug.
Because there's an object that appears in the room after you've gone through her dialogue tree. And when he pulls out the close-up, I actually just swap the background out and remove all the character sprites. And you can remove character sprites, you can turn character sprites invisible, but for some reason when you swap out backgrounds, you can't make objects invisible, and I don't know why. You'd think it would be the other way around, but anyway. So there's actually an invisible line that goes down the center of the room.
Yeah.
That was my freak workaround.
Okay.
Once the object appears, if you cross the room, it turns off.
Honest.
And it only comes back when you go near her.
I can't get to these books. There's someone blocking my way.
This is true.
That's what I had to do. And I think that's one of the bugs actually that's not fixed in the version that I have.
Yeah, might be.
What if I'm just saying? Yeah, you know.
He looks like a very disciplined person.
I'm sorry. I wrote that, but I would. Say that
the joke is fantastic.
It's an amazing joke. And
the joke is fantastic.
Be the same without it.
This is. Let's be clear. I'm going to blame you for a lot during this stream. That is not one thing I will blame you on. The joke is fantastic. I coded it up in the most cumbersome fucking way possible. That is not how you were supposed to do it, or I was supposed to do it. You are blameless in this one.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So this is the character that we got Sally Bowman to voice, but she did not feel comfortable.
She got the script and went, no,
not doing that. And then we got Papaya Chemist, who absolutely.
By the way, last minute, and fucking nailed it. Last minute, Papaya Chemist went, okay, sure, I can do that.
Willkommen zu Stables und Burgrave.
We didn't know she could do an accent like that. She just went, I can do it, and we went, fine, you do it.
Yes.
What does the name mean?
A Burgrave is a nobleman ruling a German castle and surrounding grounds by hereditary right.
You don't say.
I do say. That's where you keep the horses.
That's where you keep the horses.
Perfect fucking delivery.
Yes.
Perfect. Couldn't have done it better myself.
This is a bookstore, right?
Correct. You win a prize.
Really?
No. I was, as you say, making the joke.
The joke. So, making fun of Germans is still funny in Denmark. And I'm sorry if it isn't funny in the rest of the world anymore.
It's funny in America, obviously.
Awesome. And that's part of the world.
Yeah, technically, I guess, still.
I don't know, maybe they'll build some rockets and leave. It's like, oh, you're not coming in here.
I want to laugh at your obvious funniness, but there it was.
It made you throw up instead.
Deutschland, do you?
Oh my yes. It's
I also didn't know she spoke German.
I just got this minor decision to make in UK, but I'm sure I've got time for this.
You will not regret it.
I think
it
she
will
speaks
be
German.
so amazing.
Oh, I have
And
no doubt.
maybe that's why she's so good at making a German accent.
I think either that or she's watched a lot of Indiana Jones.
I also think that's
This is how we say goodbye in Germany.
Castle and its grounds. Oh, they would have such a lovely time doing
This is
so.
the dialogue that
She gave it. I mean, Papaya Chemist
this is
fucking
the
nailed
dialogue
it.
where a British person told us no, I am not.
The intensity of Papaya just goes through the roof with this one.
So the way I wrote this script is I tried at my best to write what type of pronunciation they should do, like with anger or with something, and it wasn't perfect at all. But of all the people, she just clocked that.
What's the most interesting
But she
thing
also
you
did
can
get the
tell me
German,
about burgers?
which is
The first and most amazing thing about being a
Germans
Burgray
are fun.
is this. If the people of the land did not do as the Burgray wanted, he could simply make up new rules. They could make up their own rules, sir.
Hi,
Imagine
Lucy.
that.
Hello, Lucy.
Say, no, Mr. and Mrs. wherever you are from and wherever you are going, you cannot bring your filthy children into my airport store. And
TorpedoBear loves children.
Yes,
do you have any
I do.
idea who we are and how much money we could put in this little store of yours?
They taste
I
great.
do not know, and I do not
They're
care.
delicious.
For I have my own money.
You have your own money?
I can't tell if Brexit-Man is genuinely interested or just stringing her
This one
along.
he is, and it comes when he says, "Imagine that." That is, she says, "Imagine that," and then you say, and I've been using that phrase in my pronunciation in my private life since then, where you say, "I'm imagining," and that is just a fun way to say that. Can you imagine? I'm imagining.
Because I was actually playing it like he doesn't give a shit. He just wants to let her roll.
No, actually, that's not how that's not what you come off. You come off as this is the only character you're not vehemently sarcastic and snarky about.
That's interesting because
What was that? Mins... what?
Well, he's still
had
like
me.
intrinsically.
Did, but what's a Mins reggae?
Münzregal! Right of coinage!
oh, that
Right, of coinage.
that's a dumb joke.
The right to receive
Thank you.
coins.
I'm so proud.
No, you moron! Well, yes, they actually did also have that, but that is not the point I'm trying to make. What I am saying is, they could make their own money.
Wait, Pickle Dog's stream is still on? Is he streaming at the same time as us? Because that is terrible prioritizing.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on in the chat. Why is RestreamBot doing Twitch chat?
RestreamBot is doing weird shit.
No one knows.
We honestly don't know. Every chat message is being repeated twice. Well, 3 times technically, and it's...
Yeah.
We can't fix it. We don't know. Hello, Restream. Thanks. It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a miracle.
Fucked it up! It was me all along!
Yes.
Fucker, get back in your cage.
Get back behind your keyboard. Get out some toxic bile.
Okay, so I did the reaction voice as though he was being sort of, oh yeah, like talking to a 10-year-old child. And, oh, that sounds very interesting.
You are, but when at that point when she says, "Imagine that," and you go, "I'm imagining," it's like you're actually turning around and going, "Okay, actually, you got me.
This is fascinating.
Yes.
Wow, they can make their own money?
Yeah!
That sounds like a rather handy perk.
You're actually
I
starting
know,
to play.
right? Imagine that!
I'm imagining.
Imagine
I'm imagining.
And that those lines, you're actually turning around and going, "Okay, this is actually
my
starting to
own
get to me."
rules and all the money I wanted. I could eat pretzel
And
pizza
this is the
all day
phrase
long.
where she said, "No."
With extra
Get
topping.
everybody out of my Buchladen! And no, Mr. Falkland, you
This
cannot
is the
Why
phrase.
Falkland? Where does that come from?
Mein Buchlader, mit my rules.
the name.
Und
Just
it belongs
anyone.
to me by hereditary right. That's right, Mr. Falkland. I am a Burggraf aus Deutschland, and this bookstore belongs to me because of my amazing genes.
We could have just rewritten the line.
Nope, not doing that.
Nope. And okay, let's just read these out loud because whatever you pick, he just goes, oof.
That did not come out the way you wanted it, did it?
Look, don't knock yourself over the head. You didn't do those terrible things, and Mr. Falkland sounds like a real prick.
Yes. Got a bit carried away there, huh?
Ooh. That was...
Yeah, that was
After not fit for publication.
for publication.
She did that so well. A draft not fit.
I think in that sentence there are more instructive words than actual words that she had to say in the script.
You just wrote embarrassed, didn't you?
I think there is an increased embarrassment or something. Set with an increasing and knowing embarrassment or something really weird.
Let's see.
There's an echo in here.
I think that refers to the triple chat thing. Lucy asks, are you going to play Ramp It Up as well? I'm not going to because this is not Amberly, and John Paul is also not here.
But I could be a Pete, I guess, but I'm not Amberly Pete.
Thank you. I'm going to go now.
Like that's a descriptor?
Yes.
Her name is Pete, but we refer to her as the Amberly Pete.
Yes.
She Amberleys a lot.
She Amberleys the Pete.
She Amberleys a lot.
Yes. I think. So Lucy, I don't know about the echo. Everything is weird. It's also doing things 3 times.
Cheers.
We think it's a miracle.
He could pretend to be her.
So I have to go to the toilet. Yay! Because we're wearing wireless microphones and we think that's funny. So
we went through a lot of trouble getting this shit set up, by the way.
If in the chat, then we could go to Dorinda's place and Dorinda could go, oh no, there's an echo, I can hear myself. Yeah, dude.
You could also hear you taking a piss.
And it was fun when we did it with the Australian.
Let's do it again. All right, so I'm gonna go and have a chat with Dorinda at the Synth Palace. Good God, I love this place. This, also this location took for fucking ever to code up because all of a sudden I started populating it with all these shelves and I just went, oh God, what did I just do? I have to write look messages for each and every one of them. And, you know, by the time we were doing look messages, we were, or I was just going, oh God, we're really running out of time and also gas. That's your own damn fault, sir. Thank you. And because the time frame for this was TorpedoBear had 4 days to come up with the entire script for the game, and then I had the ensuing week to actually draw and code up and do all the music for the game and get everyone's voices in, because TorpedoBear had to finish the script, we had to send it off to people, and they had to, you know, send their voices back to us. So, whenever I added something like a lot of objects to look at, or that door thing near the information desk, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'll never finish this in time.
These are box sets made by people I've never heard of, but who have apparently been prolific enough to warrant a box set. I have no clue who any of these artists are, but their names all begin with either laser or end with Tron.
I also really love synthwave and synthesizer music. It's what I was really into before I got into like rock and punk rock and metal and all that shit, so I have a soft spot for synth, and I also love taking the piss out of it because it tends to take itself very seriously.
This selection seems to have an emphasis on neon colors, corvettes, and palm trees. When I say emphasis, I mean obsession. And when I say obsession, I mean, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of neon palm trees. Nope, haven't heard of a single one.
Why does he, actually, I think the shelf's supposed to face the other way, but okay, I saved the actual Drinde for you.
This guy seems very focused.
Very focused.
You didn't even go through the actual dialogue.
Oh no, I was just looking around all the records.
I've been holding it in vain.
What may I assist you with on this pleasant day?
Summer is off the fucking deep end. The hell, Summer? By the way, the voice chat in my Discord is open for patrons. If you're in my Discord and you're a patron of mine, please hop in the voice chat. We'd love to hear from you. Summer. I just really want to know what the hell that was about.
No, because you're fucking over
I'm
your
not
grandma.
fucking.
Because you didn't.
I can't voice it
yesterday to those who were there.
Oh wait, she's with family.
Ah.
So that's So that's why it's the season to fuck grandmas.
Because she's Belgian?
And that's what they do!
Yay!
Yay! Fuck your grandma.
Is this a record store?
Wow.
It is, but with one major difference.
I hope it's okay to be with family.
We sell synth records.
Now, Dorinda didn't get any voice direction whatsoever on how to play this character, but he just decided, out of the blue, to play it as this zoned out
surfer dude kind of
dude space hippie kind of thing.
Isn't that a bit limiting?
Yeah, not surfer dude. Space hippie is much more accurate.
Expands the mind.
I meant more in terms of like sales.
Oh, in that case, it's quite appalling.
What's good?
Why, we sell everything from the sweetest electronic lullaby.
I think I actually wrote this bit.
You wrote that.
Because you were just like, I know nothing about synths.
Yeah.
Write this.
No, I think I wrote, like,
the piercing
I didn't know,
static
like,
of experimental noise.
so I could write like 3
Electronic
references
shit. Got it.
that I like.
I'll just browse.
Sure thing.
And then I was like, yeah, this synth palace is very much your thing.
I think actually
This is such a Plymouth reference.
this room is
that's just all Plimpton.
So I'll go and get some references while you finish the puzzle. I'll go get some references.
These are box
I don't know
sets
how
made
much
by
of this
people
you've
I've
looked
never
at.
heard of, but who have apparently been prolific enough to warrant a box set.
So I don't know if you've seen all these. I'm just gonna progress the plot.
Hello.
Welcome to the Synth Palace.
Oh yeah, a really dumb joke coming up right now.
Who's that guy on the poster?
He's the granddaddy of synthy goodness.
Is that his stage name?
Hey, that joke.
Of course that is not his stage name. It is his unofficial title.
Oh, his name is unofficial title, eh? That's just
Also, his
this is
name
being
is
a
his
dick.
unofficial title. Very artistic.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Whoa.
I was surprised because I was like I coded that up in the first go and I was like I can't believe that worked.
Nope.
All it does is it plays one animation of him just twiddling his hand around and then I just move the sprite X number of pixels to the left. And I was like that actually works.
Yeah, and that's also why we just stuck with it. The original idea was that Brexit-Man should be transported to the map screen.
Oh, just teleported to.
And then Plimpton informed me that if I had the time to code that and figure out how to do that.
Actually, that would have been a lot easier. I wouldn't have to draw anything.
Oh well, you told me.
But
much more complicated.
I think in the design document it says transport him to the to the outside of the door. And I went, we can't do that. There's a hotspot. There's an invisible hotspot near the door. So if he stands on that, he will be transported to the map screen.
Yeah, but the idea was that he would be transported here.
That is not how I read the design document.
So, communication is important.
Also, Dorinda is in the chat, says, I have synth powers.
Quite a lot of synth powers,
do.
which apparently involves pushing people with a wavy hand.
I'm not talking to you anymore. And the delivery is just sort of, it's menacing, but also very stoned at the same time.
Very stoned indeed.
Me again.
Are you going to buy something?
No!
But first,
Synth powers are like Sith powers, except with more lasers.
Yes, that is correct.
about the guy on the poster.
Huh?
Oh yeah, right. So
what is his name?
This joke is really funny.
Surely you already know his name.
But it's not.
I really don't.
Really?
Really?
Really, really.
Really, really, really.
Really, 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 really.
Really, 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 really.
Really, 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 really.
Why did you put this in?
So this is a reference to the Fibonacci sequence.
No.
So
No.
really. So it's always the 1 to 2 before that came before.
No.
So
Is it?
Yeah, and
I
that's,
thought it was just random.
no. So it's the Fibonacci sequence.
Oh,
and that's why it has to be that many reallys, and that's why he says.
Oh.
Look, we're spiraling out of control here.
Oh, it's a Tool reference, you absolute asshole!
Required to keep this conversation
Oh, you
going.
shitey McShiteface! I didn't know that.
So yeah, you didn't get that.
Without which
Sin.
there would be no reason to breathe. The synth
That is.
god.
There is that's the actual one. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this handsome bloke.
Look at this handsome shape.
Oh, there. There we go. I am his unofficial title.
The artist known as his unofficial title.
That was a ding, and that means we got the phrase. One
Got
phrase
one bit
found.
of the phrase. And this is
All right.
this is what I used to
So maybe
listen
we
to
should
as a
just go
kid.
to the Australian who's crying, perpetually broken.
This is what I used to listen to as a kid, like synthesizer greatest stuff.
These albums are.
They are
Absolutely. It's just a guy.
It's just one guy in his
who
synth.
plays other people's synth music on his synth. That's just okay.
Hello, I need info.
Oh, by the way, because we've sort of left it slightly open-ended, the quest has to be active.
Bloody
Yes.
something.
I actually had to put it in, put in a check.
That's it, yes.
Every time you talk to someone,
Beg your pardon?
if you talk to them before you had the quest active,
They have to be able to talk to you again.
you have to be able to talk to them again. Now we've got 2 phrases.
Yes.
Hey, hang on. Dorinda says I copied and pasted some of the reallys. You did not. I actually said them all out. I was counting in my head. Really. I did them for real. You fucking Philistine.
I get you, Dorinda. I get what you did. Why you did that?
Hang on. What? Wait a minute. Angus Bohol has a point. What happened to the Slayer shirt?
I don't know. What? What's wrong?
Piece of shit.
But that's gonna fuck with your continuity when you cut.
There's no continuity. This is not a separate episode.
I don't get
Aliens
it.
with
What?
rickets continue to romance. Alien romance.
So when you cut it
Rickets,
later
too.
and you make a.
Also, it's not even my continuity. Gemini is going to be editing this.
Well, it's gonna be on your channel.
There's
Oh,
nothing
did
else
we
of
get
interest in
the
magazine.
browsing thing? I'm totally off.
You got the browsing thing. You have to talk to Dave again and get his thing.
Yeah, but I think we didn't actually get that out of him the first time.
If you're the devil.
Oh, that's right. He won't actually say
But
the.
yeah, Angus
Seeing as I am
Warhol,
obviously the devil,
when last time
and
we
that I
did
can only take your laconic
golfing
calm
thing.
as a sign of total terror, seeing my infernal countenance. I would like
I've
to
noticed
think that
from the previous time that he kind of cuts around
yes,
chrono-
I do
chronologically
see some pretty weird types
in
around here.
the edits.
Like what?
So I thought it would be fun that every time I have to go to the bathroom, I'll have t-shirts waiting
had to
for
drag
me
him out of
that I can just change
didn't
into.
want to-
It's not funny. I don't know why he does it.
That's the weird
And
part.
then he had to like
Rigorously
fight with
resist.
that, and then it's
He
just
went
a
rigid.
So he
But I don't have that many
went
t-shirts because it couldn't be
rigorously
bothered to
resisted.
No, I've got several. You can have
That's
one.
what I just said, right?
But then I have to go upstairs.
That's an interesting set of words.
That would be that would be weird.
Yeah, that would be actually
That would be
weird.
the weird part. Yes.
That would be,
Wouldn't do
it would
that.
be weird to do it just because
Why?
just to do it has to be when you have to
Every
do
single
something else
time
anyway.
I start fucking streaming, my nose starts itching like a motherfucker.
That is your nose.
My nose is saying I should not be a Twitch streamer.
Well, your nose is saying, "Ooh, look at me! I also want some attention."
Look at me! I don't want attention! You're never look at me!
You know.
Oh boy!
So now we get to the aforementioned icky food.
Yes.
And then you did a whole thing with the soda thing, but I think I can do. I don't. It's such a weird thing. I think I am just handing them out to you because I have no idea. You added the whole cold soda thing.
This guy, the code for this dude is so spaghettified. You have no idea, and it's also all in. Like a dialogue. If you ever work with Adventure Game Studio, all of this dude's conditional logic is in the dialogue script, and it's just a fucking nightmare because I think he has like 10 different dialogue trees that are all interlinked, like depending on what you choose to. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
This was written by a man who did not have to program it.
It's fine. It makes sense. It's not. I'm not complaining. Well, I am complaining, but for comedic effort. Effect. Sorry.
Effect.
Comedic effort. I really have to put effort into it.
Yes, it's for comedic effort. I'm not sure it's landing, so it's just effort for now.
It's just effort. I'm not sure anyone laughed.
I wouldn't presume the effect.
What? Also, can
Santa Claus.
Can I just say, the conceit behind this character, that he's a Native American Indian Scotsman, is very racially insensitive and funny.
I did actual research into finding some Native American slurs.
Yeah, he says some really weird, strange things.
This is one of the weird ones because I have no idea how you pronounce the bad words in Navajo.
So an Indian language had to look him up.
So Igifu is just pronouncing them like he's reading them, and it might actually be correct. I have no idea.
We never know. We will never know.
But there is Hindi and Navajo
the artist known
bad
as
words in
Projectile
it.
L.
And Scottish.
And
he is wearing lipstick.
Real name, is it?
Of course it is.
Of course it is.
Ah, yes, Projectile Elk. A good old-fashioned Scottish name.
Are you questioning the validity of my name?
Yes, I am.
If you must know, I'm of Indian descent.
Indian?
Yes.
You are an Indian.
Yes, I am an Indian, you narrow-minded ball-bag.
I also did a lot of research in finding out what the most common Scottish.
I mean, he delivered. To his credit.
Did you say that was Iggy Foo? Because that's Iggy Foo.
That is Iggy Foo.
Dots or feathers?
But not the martial arts, the YouTuber.
The YouTuber.
Yeah.
He's an Indian Native American Scotsman.
Yes. So you're an Indian Native American Scotsman.
Yes, I'm an Indian Native American Scotsman, you daft knob-dobber.
So a knob is obviously a penis, but what's a dobber?
Someone who dobs the knob.
Okay, so that's just all Scottish.
Yeah.
Wait, you believe you levy-heated wankstein?
So most of it is Scottish, because I could find that.
What's levy-heated?
That's toilet. So that's
levy-headed, lavatory-headed wank stain. That's
and
good.
a wank stain is a producer.
Yes, I think I understand that.
There was a producer, I think.
That sandwich board by the info desk is your painting, right?
Who told you that?
The girl at the information counter told me it's your painting.
Oh, blast it to heck. Commercialism is killing my buzz. Here, hold my poo.
What?
It's an art joke.
It's not
You
funny.
wrote that.
I did, and I'm not proud of it.
So
that was my one contribution to Ikifu's dialogue was the hold my poo.
Yes.
It makes no goddamn sense.
And that's why we kept it in.
I actually don't know why we kept it in.
We kept it. You did it when you did the.
You laughed.
When you did the prototype, and I laughed, so we kept it in because I think it's fucking hilarious. Here, hold my poop. It's an odd joke. I think it's fucking hilarious.
It's not.
You can actually excuse a lot of shitty behavior just by saying it's art.
It's an art joke.
So
but why would he just go, here, hold my poo, and then offer up nothing? It makes
that's up.
It was placeholder dialogue.
You have to take that up with animation department. I don't know.
Which is also me.
What is the painting called?
Well, I don't rightly know, do I?
You don't
Hello,
know the
Johnny,
name of your own
carcinogen.
Said it was my
It is a stream.
I just told
A
you.
not Yule
just
stream.
told me that my art is on some cunty sign, you bossitike. Pardon me. And I have no
Bad
idea
word.
what the change
Boshitiga.
Did he actually look that up, how to pronounce it, or is he just...
I don't know, but it's Hindi or Hindu for something very bad.
Like, if we'd asked a British person to do the voice for the artist here...
Known as Projectile.
They would also have refused.
Yes, probably.
Profusely.
I don't know why.
Hi, yeah, Johnny, you are getting double and triple posted, which I hear is quite pleasurable, but it's a quirk with Restream and we can't actually do anything about it, so just have at it, and we'll sort it out in edit.
Oh, get fucked.
Well, if you want to know the title, I have to know what painting it was.
Oh, and also the title, the actual title of the painting is also a Native American Scottish Indian reference. I had to look up like different foods.
Precious precarious jewelry?
No, the original name is An Ode to My Mother's.
Oh, the Toti Samosa thing. Yes, I like that.
So then there's a lot of options here, and this is the second dialogue puzzle.
This one actually makes a frightening amount of sense if you've played TorpedoBear's first adventure game studio game on which he made on my channel, and which Ikifu did a let's play of also on my channel. No one watched those videos, I know, because I looked at the analytics, so this puzzle was very unfair to people who hadn't watched that video, and this is why I put the cold soda thing in.
The cold soda would tell you
yes
what it was.
Technically, if you tell him to forget it, or if you get it
Puss
wrong.
Boy, that's right, Lucy.
Yes, with Puss Boy. Okay, so Lucy was one of the few people who actually saw that video.
Actually saw it.
I loved that whole series, by the way, teaching TorpedoBear AGS. It was a lovely series. Yes. We had such good fun with it.
Stretching the use of the word teaching.
Nobody, yeah.
But I was there as you told me what it was.
But if you oh, by the way, another reason why his dialogue tree is so complex is there's actually a number of variables behind the scenes that tally up how close you are to guessing.
Yes.
So however close you get, he will go, okay, that's like 30% close, that's like 60% close, that's like terribly close but not really. So there's all these bit of which Ikifu voiced all of them.
Yes.
Poor fucking dude, because no one actually went through that whole thing. No, get it wrong on the first try. Get it wrong.
Okay, then I go talking to the masses.
About nothing.
Yes, go on, nearly there.
He'll say that no matter what.
Painted by an artist that can pish for half a mile, laddie.
No, that doesn't sound
it's
like
funny
any
you
sort
said
of a
fish.
Because it's Irish.
Try again.
You gotta be kidding me. Well, the painting looked emotionally like...
well, screw it. It just pumps you back to the first one. Just go, actually, forget this.
Okay, good. So a boy manufactured...
No. Fail. Go, screw it.
Okay, so we try it again.
No, you don't. Stop it. He actually said, maybe some caffeine will help.
I said,
what I wanted you to do was go buy some...
Oh, you want the whole...
Because I did a whole animation of him drinking a soda.
This is true, and the eyes go...
Caffeine will help me see things more clearly. Let's see. It seems every item in this soda machine is out of stock. Except for Iron Brew.
Gluck, motherfucker.
I love those eyes.
It just look like BU meters.
Oh, it's like the veil has been lifted. I can see so much clearer now.
The rain is gone.
More connected to the universe. I'll bet I could understand every artwork ever made right now.
So now, that's an active trigger if you go back to the information desk and have a look at the painting.
That's a very intriguing painting, yes. With my brew-induced caffeine high, I am now able to suss out its myriad of intertwined meanings and intricate symbolism.
What accent are you doing?
This little
half Scottish, half American, half Russian.
Delicate buzz. He's gesturing wildly at the screen, lamenting his place in an absurd existence.
Just like Iron Brew, it's a mix of things you can't really define.
Like absurdities, but it is also screaming outwardly because
Thank you for the donation. Good God, Johnny. 20 USD. Holy shit. Late for work, but happy Decemberween to all of you. I wish everybody a lovely rest from your holiday season, sending you strength to survive your least favorite humans in the coming week. That would be us. Love you all. Trans rights.
Awesome. Oh, now that tipping works.
I don't know, Summer. It works.
You, Johnny.
It works on YouTube. Thanks, Summer. Thanks, Johnny. I mean, thanks all of you.
Okay. So now he knows. Does he? Can he still?
Yes, but there's an Easter egg if you keep buying brew.
Is there?
Yes.
So there's actually. I love the fact there's stuff in this game that I don't know exists.
Not technically an Easter. If you do that 5 or more times, he starts going, oh my god.
So all the Easter eggs are 5 or more.
There we go. The fabric of the universe is visible to me again. I can already see so much clearer with the brew. I don't need any more.
So you have to go and look at the painting, then come back.
Okay.
A total of 5 times, and after that, I think it stops.
Okay. You can skip the fucking dialogue, right?
Yeah, sure.
We are now no longer a stream for your convenience. I need to see this.
I need to see clearly again.
Oh
also, the animation. I put this animation in, so
you need a reason to do it a lot of times.
After 5 tries, the line, I need to see clearly again, it starts going to I need more caffeine kind of thing.
It is also because.
Okay, cool.
I don't see how Streamlab does not work. You cannot donate to the stream. Why would you? That's a terrible idea. Johnny is just out of the kindness of his heart, doing awful things to.
Starting to give me jitters.
Oh, there you go.
But no matter, my quest for enlightenment is paramount.
Okay, so that's the Easter egg.
It gets worse.
Okay, cool.
Where's that universe? Let me at it.
They're at the universe. Oh, that's a nice one.
Actually, I think that is it.
Awesome. I like that one.
One of the universe.
Me? I said, excuse me?
You what?
I don't know what's happening in your chat right now. I'm leaving that to you.
Describe the painting to you.
That might work, but you would have to just.
I was like, he's just like really. You describe the emotion. You can't just describe it visually because I'm too much of an artist for that shit.
Yeah.
Like
And then the weird shit is it's just a description of the actual painting. There's no emotional.
Oh, you have to scroll down the chat.
Boy.
Yes, thank you.
Manufactured with pus. Talking to a screaming house?
Which does not work. Restream is full of shite, and you're essentially better off doing something else entirely than watching the stream. But thank you for being here.
Painted by an artist that.
Oh, sorry. That distracted me.
It's more of a snuggle bunny than you'd think. And this whole dots and feathers thing is just
made of dots and feathers.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
which of my paintings you're referring to now.
I know dots and yeah.
So only if you have asked him, you would know the answer.
Oh, so the painting is called An Ode to My Mother's Pindley Findley Dindy Bits or whatever.
What?
But that was
well, I love the way he said it, and we just absolutely talked all over it.
Yeah.
Dang.
We're professionals.
Well, we're just gonna have to restart the game now.
We're also drinking alcohol.
No,
you all fucking suck! I'm the ruler of your meaningless existence now! Go piss in my cloaca, you bitches!
Cloaca!
Sobs on control. There's a lot of that in the game.
Yes, but that's the main joke that you get to at the end of the game.
Oh,
so that will all make sense later.
It will all make sense.
So 5 phrases found.
We need
Star Sluggers minus. No, we got that.
We got 2 of those. We've got Synth Palaces, dude. I think we've got all of them.
Then why is it not?
It's only 5. Is there 6? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It should say complete, shouldn't it?
It should, shouldn't it? Oh, which one are we missing?
So we're actually missing a phrase in our own game. And I think it's up here. I think it's the Romanians.
No, we got the Romanians.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yeah, we got the Romanians and we got the we got Dave's bit.
I don't need a magazine. If I get bored on the plane.
That was my line. Read the barf bag instructions.
Yeah. We got Dave.
We got Dave.
How
we got
can
Dave.
So we're actually stuck in our own game.
Try something next time.
It's I think it's the Deutsche Schuld. Yeah, she doesn't have Deutsche Schuld.
Yeah, but she is looking embarrassed.
Yeah, but just annoy her.
So and that joke also kind of lost without the.
So, was there any more great things about Burgraves?
Well, they also had many chivalrous cavalries.
Huh. Well, that's an interesting phrase.
Ding, there it
It's
was.
just a bit more of my heritage right now.
Thank you. I'm going to go now.
And here comes the cloud. No, the cloud is missing. Now, by the way,
there it is. There it is.
Oh, there it is. It was just very delayed. Very delayed.
So this is
Deutsche Schuld.
Deutsche Schuld, which is funny if you're if you know that stuff.
Hashtag go piss in my cloaca, bitches.
It's a black cloud of inverted national pride. All Germans have it, or so I've heard.
I can't tell if this is racist or not.
It's not racist. It's a reference. So at university where we met, there's a lot of Germans because this is Denmark, and Germany has something called the Danish minority in northern Germany, where so most Germans there also speak Danish. So some of them go to Denmark to study because they blend in so perfectly.
They blend in so perfectly.
And these are just the most hippie Germans you'll meet. They're wearing corduroy and having beards and smoking weed, and they have like a little lizard in a.
They have lizards.
And
we met a dude who had lizards.
And so nice and so amazingly themselves, and yet somehow they've just been indoctrinated with this shame that someone a lot of years ago did something very bad when you should feel bad.
We should all be very, very sad, especially when we get so drunk and then we have to pull out the lizard and go, here, play with the lizard while I sit over in the corner and be very, very sad about my heritage.
Yes, so I just always found it very funny that young Germans who have actually nothing to do with the Second World War feel shame that someone else did something very bad that they had nothing to do with, and they're doing nothing else but being the exact opposite of that mindset, and yet still they go, no, I'm so sorry.
No, we cannot talk about that.
They take this personal blame for it.
Well, I guess as far as faux pas go, Second World War was kind of a big one.
It was, and it is also an internal, you get to have fun with it thing, but that's the Deutsche Schuld, and kind of a small reference.
And I think that's the reason why our friend Sally Beaumont did not want to do the voice, was because Germany and Britain
have a history.
Kind of have a history,
yeah,
in that particular sense, and they've kind of tried to not have a history anymore. They're kind
of they're trying
friendly,
they're trying to be friends.
So
and now they're just in a different state of Brexit.
Yeah, well, that's what this game is. The whole Brexit thing is what it is. But I think actually Sally Beaumont did the right thing. I mean, we're not blaming her for backing out or anything at all. I think she did morally the right thing. Although morals is not something we do very well. No. She took the moral high ground, and we respect her for that. It took an American to. Anyway, there's actually there's another Easter egg in this room. Like if you're playing this game and you just want to skip to the end, you actually don't have to go through all the different phrase bits as I did. There's a secret hotspot up here somewhere. It's not even marked, is it?
There is a bit goes black at some, but I have no idea where you put it. But there is a cheaty pixel.
Yeah, there's a little
somewhere there. But there's the secret room.
I can't find it.
We were supposed to go to the secret room.
Yeah, we can go to the secret room.
And that would be a lot more interesting than
just give me a second.
the secret pixel.
Okay, there's a secret pixel up here somewhere. Like if you click on that.
Up here somewhere. I can't actually remember because I never use it.
No, me neither. Okay, there's a secret pixel in the top right corner. I can't remember where it is now. Because when I did the graphics, when I did the prototype graphics, they were just like line drawings of kind of thing. And it was very specifically the top right corner of the window I drew in the placeholder graphic. That was the cheaty pixel. But then I went in and redrew the graphics with actual color and what stretches as creative artistic license for me. And now the cheaty pixel does not have like a corresponding like little indicator thing, so I don't know where the fuck it is, but it is up here somewhere. Yeah. I just don't know where. Anyway, let's save our game actually.
Let's save the game. Shitey face. Why did you not go call it piss in my cloaca?
That is a good question. Let's go back and do that.
Piss in my cloaca. One of my favorite Ellis songs.
So before we talk to our friend here, let's see if the hotspot has activated. Yes, it has! How to get this Easter egg, you may wonder. Yes.
Has it activated?
It has activated.
Are you sure?
Yes, it has.
Okay.
There's a hotspot in the bottom right corner that just says question mark, question mark, question mark. The way to get this to activate, when you click on it, you can type go to, or you can click go to. How to activate this one is you have to engage in dialogue with every character except the airport guard. He doesn't count. You have to engage in dialogue with each and every one of these 4 people, and you have to select the topmost dialogue option, like the first dialogue option you get.
Yeah.
But secondly, you also have, when you talk to -4, you have to say Taco Supreme.
You have to say Taco Supreme.
And that was
when you're taking the piss.
And I remember when TorpedoBear wrote me, it was just like, I can't get the Easter egg to work. I was like, you absolute imbecile. You just do this. You just talk to everyone, pick the topmost, and he went, it still doesn't work. And I went, it worked fine when I did it. You're just doing something wrong. Yeah. And I forgot. You have to also say Taco Supreme. And that activates this thing, and I think you.
So this is
the location we cut from the game.
For this location here in the middle,
we need beer for this.
We started working on it, and then we quickly realized
it made no fucking sense. No point.
So this is where it went. And it's voiced by Plimchen's wonderful wife, Mette, who is my oldest friend. And let's go talk to. Let's look around first.
Perfumes suck. No way.
I don't know why everything sucks in this room, by the way.
No way, they suck.
Because everything sucks here. So this is supposed to. This is the room where the main joke is being cut to the end. So I won't actually go into that right now.
This room, by the way, is what my placeholder graphics looked like. We drew I drew the room, and then we realized we had nothing in this room.
Hard to make out, but I think the sign says "Smell ya haters."
I need a whiz.
Clever?
Can we like pause the game until I get back?
You need a what?
I need a whiz.
A whiz.
I need to go see the wizard.
Oh, of Menlo.
Sure.
Okay. We can. I can click the blood in between.
The blood. Oh, the blood is an Easter egg. Actually, save that for later, because that's an outtake of.
Okay. I'm wearing a hat.
Yeah. Just enjoy. By the way, the music in this part is. It's one of the other music bits in the game, just played in reverse.
Oh, well, that makes perfect sense, because this is like Otherland.
Okay, so we're in the Easter egg room and we're having a piss.
So
having a piss.
The glory of having a wireless microphone is that we can talk to even when we're at the bathroom.
Having a piss.
It's amazing.
We're having a piss for half a mile.
What's happening in the chat?
We're having fun. I'm not peeing in the shower, I promise.
I do not know what EPIMC is, so I'm not getting it.
Is TorpedoBear talking? I don't think he's talking. He should be talking. Talk. He's not talking.
I am talking.
He's talking. I can hear him talking.
So, actually, this room
can't hear each
was
other.
supposed to be a copyright joke, and one of the jokes would be that she, the perfume seller, her shtick would be that she would keep referencing other adventure games. So, you would say something like, one of the jokes were like, oh, look at me going on like a broken sword. I mean, broken record. Those kind of reference jokes to other adventure games. And we quickly realized that if I had 4 days to write this and he had 2 weeks to program it, we were not gonna make it. So we cut it out and he put it in and then made his wonderful wife speak into the microphone, and it's super fucking scary, to be honest. So I don't know how much of Climate's microphone you can hear overall my talking, but we have stereo speakers, so I can only hear him on the right, so it sounds like he's still sitting right next to me. It's just fucking weird. There's a Nintendo movie, Dorinda. What is that? What is that? What is the Nintendo movie? There was an actual Nintendo the movie. Because I have not heard of that, but I need to. Is that an actual thing? The Wizard. Hello. There's a Nintendo movie called The Wizard.
Yes, there is. It was basically paid promotion for 2 hours. It starred Fred Savage, and they showed Super Mario 3.
Okay, so you know. Okay, yeah. I was just interacting.
I'm going to go watch the Nintendo movie featuring Fred Savage. Savage. Yes, a 90-minute commercial for Super Mario Bros. 3 is exactly what it was. So anyway, I have returned.
That's a long commercial.
It was a movie.
Ah, yeah.
It had a plot.
Yes.
That all culminated with a video game tournament, which showed the as yet unreleased Super Mario Bros. 3. Good God, Nintendo paid through the nose for that one.
So the movie The Wizard ends with promoting a game that hasn't released it yet.
Exactly.
Okay. So let's get on to clicking your wife.
Yes, click my wife. Why don't you?
Who are you?
I am a character who was cut from the game. I am in tremendous pain.
That's lovely.
Do you know how much it hurts being cut?
No, but
It feels like having your eyes gouged out and fingers poking into your empty, still bleeding sockets.
I'm very happy for you.
My existence is a never-ending cavalcade of horrors.
Perfect. Cheers very much.
There are so many outtakes of her laughing and corpsing and ruining. She could not get through that without laughing. Because my wife has a really, really strange sense of humor.
Yeah, she's wonderful. And I think this is absolutely fucking haunting.
What is this place?
This is a location that was cut from the game.
Yeah, I'm starting to sense a pattern here.
Can you also sense the unending despair I am in?
You can hear her almost corpsing in that line.
Whoa. Despair and distraughtness.
Yes, good show. Am I going insane?
More than likely, yes.
Perfect, that's all I needed.
I've gone quite insane too.
Correction, that's all I needed.
I wonder if your flesh will taste like the sweetest strawberries.
This was very late in the evening writing.
To copy of your skin and wrap myself in the hot cocoon of your entrails.
Oh, I'm charmed.
Oh, the way you two talk to each other. No wonder you stayed married. No wonder.
Most of this, when she read the line, she was just a lot of face palming. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But reading it out loud is kind of like, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Johnny Carcinogen is going, don't piss on the mic, damn it, trolls.
Why would
How do
I?
I get back?
Well, we thought it was a great way to kind
I
of
came
stay
from.
interactive
This is
while
not my
pissing.
home. This is not where I belong.
Me both.
No, I think this is very much where you belong.
Please, take me back with you. I'm not what you think I am. I can behave like the other humans, I swear.
How's about a big fat nope on that one? Never mind. I'm just gonna slowly back away now. Actually, all things considered, I'm gonna back away very, very fast.
Please, take me with you. Please, don't leave me here.
There's like no emotion in her voice whatsoever. And also she looks like, I don't know, like a Disney character that got put through a mangler.
Yeah, yeah, she really does.
Like the end of the end of Roger Rabbit when Christopher Lloyd gets run over with the steam the steamroller.
Yeah,
like that.
That is pretty close.
That was the original.
There is an Easter egg thing.
Yes, if you click the airplane, it doesn't have a like hover thing, but if you click the blood,
that's right.
There's an outtake from my wife.
I am in tremendous pain.
I'm in tremendous pain. She could not get through that.
Oh, the idea of being tremendous pain is laughable.
I am in tremendous pain.
I have like 30 minutes of outtakes of her just laughing.
And that will be used later for
yes.
music.
Oh, yes.
This is how I envision the warp from Warhammer 40k. I think you might be right, Dorinda. Is that correctly pronounced, Dorinda?
Durinde.
Durinde.
I don't know.
Durand, or is it Durand?
Durand. Hello, I've come from the future.
I'm gonna Durand.
I did not anticipate you were gonna verb that.
Nope. But I did. Everything is verbable.
Everything is verbal.
There's something like, okay, you can actually leave.
You can leave.
If you go on this, so not here. Also...
This was coded up in like 20 minutes or less, and most of that time was spent writing horrible things for my wife to say.
Who doesn't love that? So,
you can actually finish.
All phrases found, the quest is active. Now this... this is so important. So...
We've been streaming this for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so...
It took us 2 hours to get through this game.
Yeah, it's a complicated game when you need all the facts.
It's very complicated indeed.
At last year's Adventure X, Sally Beaumont had this like, what do you call it, not a speech?
A talk.
A talk.
She had a talk.
She had a talk about voice acting and about dialects. It was one of the things she talked about, and one of them was the Birmingham dialect, which is often used for stupid people.
She had a list of, you could say it in one dialect or another, or another again, and she'd like, okay, so the London accent is typically for someone who's street smart,
yes.
And the Welsh dialect is if you don't want anyone to understand what it is you're saying.
Northerners were kind of Viking-y types.
Yeah.
And then there was Birmingham, who was largely regarded as stupid. And we were sitting right next to Gareth of Backseat Designer fame and other stuff, who is the nicest guy on the planet, and he's from Birmingham. And it was just...
by the way,
he's eternal ammunition to fire at him. And of course we did.
He's got what amounts to a PhD in history. He's not a professor. He's a very well-educated person of contemporary history.
Yes.
So it was doubly hilarious to us as people of much lesser education to be sitting next to a person who can actually say that they are PhD equivalents of, I can't remember what it actually is in British, but anyway, PhD equivalent of history professorness.
History professor.
Being told that his accent is reserved entirely for stupid people. So we're cracking up, and Gareth has this face.
No, his reaction was mainly.
That was after. Well, no, actually, that was before.
That was in the seat, and then later, whenever you could just, we came to a bar, and every time he really got into something because he has a historical context, so you can really talk about why shit is happening in modern society. You could sit there and listen, and just end it all with going, "I'm sorry, I want to try to understand you, but you sound like such a moron. I don't understand what."
And we caught up with Sally later, and she apologized profusely to us for some reason. She didn't apologize to Gareth.
No.
He
wouldn't understand the apology that long.
No, of course not, because
he's an idiot.
It's not delivering an accent he could understand, of course. But no, she just pulled it out of the blue, and she apologized. So we do not want to paint Sally as an uncouth person who rejects.
No. She just produces facts, and then we abuse them.
Very factual person.
Yes, we're just
and lovely.
All the horror is on our side.
We like Sally an awful lot. She was very nice to us, and she even held the camera while we very drunkenly delivered.
Yes, with a microphone in our beer.
A soliloquy at the end of the party. Sally was a good sport all around. And
wait a minute, Dorinda says it's pronounced Durindi. Because it is short for during the war, as in how old folks would talk about how they did things during the war. I guess.
Are you sure it's not pronounced as Durindu?
Do not do the owl thing with the bird.
Don't tell me what to fucking do!
There is nothing more horrible in the world than that fucking owl.
I poop where I give birth! Shut up!
Die. A gerund is a noun that is also a verb. Like sign. Sign is a noun that is verbed. I have no idea what... That is probably something we said earlier. Oh yeah, I verbed Durinde.
Dude.
That is true.
Yes, you verbed Durinde.
Yes.
Hello, I've come to Durand you.
I have come to Durand you. But now it's Durandi. So I'm
Were you the Durandi or the
Durandiing?
No, wait.
Durandi. I am Durandiing.
You could Durandu the Durandi.
Yes. So anyway,
there's a game.
So this whole joke with Birmingham accent. Now we need to just first talk to the eloquent man.
Okay, I have got the perfect tongue twister for you.
First take, by the way.
Chivalrous cavalry with blind, bloody butts carried peculiar precarious jewelry while rigidly resisting rigorous romancing Romanians with rickets.
That's why I had so many pauses during the... I tried to make it sort of official, but that's because I had to have some pauses during that.
And then he goes to the guy.
Yes. Watch.
That's the whole fucking plot of the game.
Would you let me pass, please?
Also, the bit where he teleports out was in the prototype, and you decided that was funnier than if he just left.
Yeah.
My dear friend, he's not a moron. He's just from Birmingham.
So why does he sound like a complete imbecile?
Ice cream.
That's just a Birmingham dialect playing tricks with your ears. They all sound stupid if you don't know how to listen to them. If you were to
And then we actually got Gareth to do the voice.
This gentleman is
But we didn't tell him what the joke was. There was a lot of secrecy.
Yes.
We had to send him a special script that just says, read these lines, asshole.
Try it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to pretend
And here he
John
comes.
with a PhD giving me a lecture on fish quota legislature.
And that's why overfishing is not just a UK or an EU problem, but a global.
He took it like a gentleman. Also, I don't think he actually played the game.
Thank you for your time, eloquent man.
Jokes on him.
I guess. And then he just disappears. That was just in the prototype because it couldn't be bothered to animate him walking off screen, which would have actually been easier. Again, prioritizing is not one of my strong suits.
No, that's because the original script, that one we did in the 3 hours we had where we could actually physically sit in the same room, said that he vanished in a puff of eloquence.
It did, didn't it?
And that's why you spend a lot of time animating that shit instead of just having him walk out, because he has to manage in a puff of eloquence, which I don't think translates that well.
Just looks like he just disappears.
I don't think anyone plays this game and go, oh, that was eloquence. Wasn't that a puff of eloquence? He disappeared.
How do you... Anyway, the voice of the eloquent man is now that of Mr. Gareth Miller.
The Birmingham man. So he's called Birmingham Man, but when we sent him Gareth the script, it was just called Be a Man or something.
Just man.
Oh, just,
not eloquent man, Birmingham man.
And this is the whole reason why everybody's crying all the things and all fun. Oh, the whole game is hooked on the fact that Gareth sounds like a moron according to how Americans cast voice actors. And I think that's funny because Gareth is super smart.
He's smarter than everyone else.
Yeah.
Finally, you were looking at me like I was some sort of moron. I'm an Agent 00 Pi.
One thing he is... Oh, that is such a dumb joke.
Well, I'm sent here by royal decree to protect the
That was in the script, by the way.
Yes.
In this volatile situation in which we find our great empire.
Here you are. Now, one thing that Gareth is well educated. One thing he's not is an audio engineer. There are a lot of plosives, like he's just breathing so hard into the microphone that it's literally having a fit, and there's no way to edit around that. So that's what you get.
But I think it's sort of a punchiness.
It does have a sort of punchiness.
I'm glad that you've clocked my joke, but did not clock it quite.
I'm here to clock you in the anus, you little shite! Try me, bitch!
Oh, please don't. Oh gosh.
Ooh.
There is. I don't think anyone is worse at voice acting than that. Oh.
There is no Dana, only Zool!
Wow, we've lost all viewers. Cool.
Yeah, I understand that. Cool. That's he has the same response. He says like I have to check out. So,
yeah, but you can't. You can fuck this dialogue tree to oblivion, and which was also in the script. Which I thought was a nice reference to Space Quest 4 when you do something.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that way,
shit.
fuck it to shit. So we haven't saved.
We saved just before we went to the Easter egg room, which was just before we went to this guy. So we've got to save it. We've got.
We have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're here to assassinate me?
What? No, of course not.
Oh, so why are you here then?
To make sure you...
I promise not to ruin you anymore during the... Other way.
In history, every single person of a nation has cast their vote in an election. The referendum on the British exit from...
It's called the Rebrexiting.
No.
Brexit-Man!
The British exit from...
I am the narrator. I am the disembodied voice that exists in all time and space.
All right, settle the fuck down, Gemini.
I say it is called the Rebrexiting. I will quit the fucking game if you do not comply.
And he will. He fucking will.
So
you can either
agree with the narrator, who is the disembodied voice that controls everything, or you can try to reason with him.
And we did not make it very clear that when you say "look, narrator" type person, that's the get fucked option. So a lot of I've seen people who played, Gemini included, who played up to this part. Picked the other one because he thought, oh, that's going to engage with some dialogue with my characters. Nope.
Narrator type person, it's their election, so let's just call it the referendum of the British exit from the European Union or whatever it's called.
I warned you!
And boom. Boom. It fucking quits. Game design.
Huge fucking asshole move. It's a hard Brexit. Doesn't anyone fucking get that?
It is a hard Brexit, yes.
I think actually one guy in the actual AdventureJam got that joke. That it was a hard Brexit at the end.
It's not very clear, is it?
No one else got that. Piss in my cloaca, bitch. So, Alfred is found.
All we have to do is go to. No, we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
We have to talk to that guy?
No, we don't. Yeah, we actually have to talk to him. He hasn't disappeared in a pump of logic.
Click, 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 click.
Can you
Or
understand?
smart. Or eloquence.
Try.
All right.
And now don't.
And then we have to talk to him, and now we're back.
Now,
Yeah?
finally,
So-
you were looking at me like I was some
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Click outside the game.
Agent 00 Pie.
Why double O pie?
What kind? Pork, lamb, shake, shepherd?
That's
Shut up.
Because then I
I'm
could make
sent
the stupid
here
pie
by
joke.
Royal decree to protect
So
the
double O
Crown's
is
best
well, all
interests
British
in
nations.
volatile
We know that from
situation
James Bond.
in which
But then there's a pie.
And then pi originally was the pi sign,
Yeah, well, you can actually. There's the fonts
and
didn't.
you turn it into
I
that.
had
and
to
it-
because there wasn't a
wasn't
pie
as- it wasn't
sign.
as
You're
fun.
here to escort me to the UK.
What? No, of course not.
Oh, so why are you here then?
To make sure you are British enough, of course. Listen. For the first time...
That's the one, then the guy comes in and...
No, it's...
I am the narrator. I will.
Yes, and then...
I love the way he says, "I will quit the fucking game."
Yes! I actually think he actually really nailed that.
He did.
Probably better than I imagined it could be done. Quit the fucking game! Now, let's just call it the Rebrexiting.
Let's just call it the Rebrexiting, Agent Pie.
Fine.
Fine.
The Rebrexiting is the purest expression of democracy in the history of humankind. Everyone got a vote, you know? Everyone. Do you have any idea how hard
He
it
nailed
is
that one.
to interpret clear political preference from a baby?
That is a clear political preference. Is a word I first encountered when I heard about a Scottish voter who, on his ballot, had written down the side of each of the options. I guess wank, 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 and on one of them he had written not wank. And that was clear political preference.
Wait, that
counted as a vote.
That would invalidate a Danish votey thing, because we do the paper votey thing as well.
Yes.
Luckily, never do electronic votes, you absolute dingbats. But you get the long sheet of paper and you put that, and if you put anything outside the little box that says tick this box thing, if you put anything outside that, it counts as an invalidated vote. You can't even draw a smiley face in the margin. It will count as an invalidated vote.
Yeah. So a lot of votes are lost that way.
Yeah, because
in Scotland,
in Scotland, fuck it.
If you write wank next to each and every one except for one and go not wank on that one, counts as a vote. So I thought clear political preference, something that you actually, so that's a thing you have.
That's a clear political
you have to
preference.
Actually, you have to get that out of them, and I thought it was fun.
Same in Sweden. Anything else invalidated? In Belgium, Summer says you can only color in the circle. Do they give you crayons in the voting booth? Do they just hand you this children's box of crayons and go, just color the one in red that you prefer?
Do you have to color all the circles? So like the red one is no, and then the green one is yes,
and the green one is yes, and then the purple one is for the dinosaur in the top left corner.
Yes, which is important.
Hey, shut up, you're not fucking owl, you piece of shit!
Huge crayons.
To make it like a challenge, so like only inside the circle.
Inside the circles, and if you draw outside the fucking outline, invalidated.
Invalid. Why is he turning into that fucking owl?
I don't know. Don't ask questions. He does what he does.
I hate Cedric with every fiber of my fucking being. And this is not Cedric. This is Walk Walk or it's Astro Chicken.
Same voice, different day.
So I actually have to go to the toilet. This time I will mute.
You will be
I do not know which one I am.
So, no one does. You cannot. You cannot.
Oh,
No. I will go out and leave the microphone by the door.
You can do that.
I will do that.
So what's gonna happen now?
No one can hear you.
Toilet.
No one can hear you.
I'm going to the toilet, and you can finish the rest of the dialogue. He just asks how hard it is to do clear political preference from a baby. But save the ending. I have a comment.
Fuck you. Yeah. God damn it. Oh, hang on. God fucking damn it. Is it hard to pee? Now be warned, there is a microphone attached to the door handle. I know. I'm a genius. Anyway. And now Live Trolls calls his grandma, apologizing for missing her call and wishes her a gladly Yule. That is not what's happening. Angus Wilhol says he's changing his t-shirts. I should get him a t-shirt. Yes, there is a door behind the door. The bathroom is semi-me-proof, but not really. Because I can piss through two doors, apparently.
Hard?
Yeah. I mean, they smear their bodily fluids all over everything.
Just like me! I love poop!
Is that a yay or a nay? And is that universal baby symbolism?
And why is it brown?
Tories you just regurgitated on that ballot, Mr. Baby? Ugh.
Wow, that must
Most votes for the Tories are brown. Didn't know this, but they are, because they're shit.
You, some British expat.
Oh, he really stretched that out, didn't he?
His beautiful British Queen given accent gets to be the deciding vote.
By the way, that was the explanation why
I'm glad you think
I voiced the protagonist.
I simply cannot let you pass this gate until you prove to me.
Oh, he lost his accent somewhere, I guess, because I couldn't keep up a British accent. I don't do a British accent. I crossed a German's zest for life under the weight of her Deutsche Schuld. This is how I should have done all the...
I have returned.
With the sandwich?
Also with the sandwich.
Hey, we got a cheer from Dan!
I love you!
How do I turn on?
It is turned on. I think you just...
They're supposed to have a number in it. Oh, there it is.
You dingbat.
I should know this.
We're restarting his Deutsche Schuld.
My Deutsche Schuld has broken down.
It's not even on yet. There it is.
There it is.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Shitbird.
Why did you centrify? Why did you centrify my bird?
Lick my egg-making orifice, you little shite!
Well, the thing is, it's not just an egg-making orifice. You're being very eggist. Because it's also for peeing and pooping.
I also pee from it!
And poop.
Now lick me! Lick me! Come on! Come on, you know you want to!
And gone. So...
Anyway, we crushed the German zest for life.
I crushed the German zest for life under the weight of her Deutsche Schuld.
Insidious. I like it.
You can like hear his nipples hardening. As
yes, I knew Gareth would be perfect for this.
I made an Australian admit she envies our weather by calling her mean.
Ooh, very impressive.
Yes, twiddle, twiddle.
Twiddle, twiddle.
I drove an Indian Native American Scotsman to tears
This is
just
my
by talking
favorite.
to him.
Oh my god, that's a triple whammy of imperialism. Very well done. By the Queen, you may not have that twang in your tongue any longer, but you've certainly got Rule Britannia in your heart.
We did not tell him to do that.
Yes, we did.
We did?
This is
Does it say sings?
Still call it democracy for
Oh,
that.
poor fucking dude.
It's the British
Go and represent the will of an entire nation.
Plane is leaving for the UK, which is where my Brexit destiny lies.
We can also save on the screen.
You can.
Fly to
I
California.
learned that much later
Decisions.
when I playtested it.
We should probably see.
Summer, you didn't get acknowledged. I'm sorry, did I miss something? Did you do a cheer? Sorry, thanks for the cheer.
Yay!
He did a Cedric thing, I was distracted.
I didn't see it. I also didn't hear the sound effect.
But instead of Cedric, I can give you Walk Walk. That's how it actually sounds.
Oh, that's how he actually sounds.
Yes, the patron said.
I hate everything.
So, did you save?
The chat, yes, I did save. The chat decides, would you like to go to
UK, also known as Brexit-Land, or would you like to go to California?
The chat decides. Now, it is no secret, of course, that there is a true ending and a funny ending.
Like I said before, we cut out the perfume girl, and the whole shtick of her joke was to make references, and we just put them in there and turn the reference into something else.
I actually don't remember it being like that, but you're the
original
writer.
idea, as I said while you were at the toilet, was that the perfume girl was gonna say shit like, "Oh, listen to me going on like a broken sword." A broken sword, I mean broken record, and other like I'm here all the time, living beneath the steel sky.
Oh, good God. Okay. I
airport.
vaguely remember that one, but not the broken sword one. Oh, so you're just gonna make. Wait, Margaret says I had a quick moment with the map where it looked like a terrible Earth shift had happened.
That was,
I mean, this
probably just was something that happened.
This is the best I could do. It vaguely looks like Brexit-Land and North America. Vaguely.
I kind of like the idea that this actually also represents the cultural self-centeredness of the imperialism.
This is what
this is the world, and then there's the colonies.
Also, admittedly, this is what the UK and the US looks like to Scandinavians. It's just like blobs, like green blobs.
Unlike our country, which is not blobs
and not facially shaped whatsoever.
It's droplets.
Sure.
Difference. So
Droplets of my sputum.
So we're not getting anything in.
Nope. The chat doesn't give a shit.
So I think we should go to California.
We should do the bad ending first.
Yes.
And get Francisco's bit out of the way.
Francisco Gonzalez.
Dan says California dreaming.
Yes. Thank you, Dan.
Dan does things.
And
also,
someone wants
Summer
California
does.
as well.
With the having an orgasm emoji.
Is that the having an orgasm?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is. I thought it was an egg.
It's a face. What he's doing.
We're going to California.
We're going to California.
And this is
Francisco Gonzalez.
Pablo Francisco. I had a lot of fun writing this.
Wait. Whose idea? I remember at the little mini meeting we had, we started just riffing on our own stupid references to Slipknot songs.
No, the thing it came from that when we so we come to the end and you go to England and you were like, so why is there not another option that fucks with the game? And then we came up with California, and then we came up with
you can't see California without Marlon Brando's eyes.
And then we laugh, and that was supposed to be it. It was supposed to be that, and then he goes back to UK land. But when I wrote that down, I just kind of kept going.
I like the kept going bit. California is also a major plot point in The Wizard. Coincidence? I think not.
It might be that there is the new Nintendo game coming out where you can just dissolve nations by the click of a button.
I think you can all go to fucking hell!
I'm clicking the button now.
I can't see anything. Why is it all dark?
Let me check your eyes, sir.
What's wrong with my eyes?
Here.
We told him to do a
Let me
California
check.
accent, and this is what he did.
Yeah.
No, this
So this is probably a very American snarky thing.
This just won't do, sir.
This is a man from Florida doing a California accent.
Damn tourists. I'm sorry, sir, but you can't see California without Marlon Brando's eyes.
I don't think he's listened to a single Slipknot song in his life.
Nope.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir.
Which
but if
is
you would
actually
please
kind
be
of
so
admirable.
kind to reboard the plane.
Fuck it, I'm going to England anyway.
That was me just knocking the desk.
I stumbled and pressed my fingers into my eyes.
Well, look at the silver lining.
Silver lining? I'm gonna need prosthetics from now on.
These are titles of
Yeah,
stupid
but
Slipknot
I
songs.
was
Yes.
to confiscate your corneas anyway, as per the act to frivolously disembowel foreign agents we suspect a lot.
You're the end of everything, you know that?
Well, yeah. Everything
Sha.
does.
I'm eyeless!
And I am telling you, I need to liberate you of your corneas.
He did his best. Oh, it's perfect.
Like this?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Well, you
perfect.
people equal shit then!
Stop whining. Sheesh, it's not like all hope is gone. Stay here. I'm going to get someone to escort you to the plane.
So what? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait and bleed?
Yeah.
Don't leave me. I don't want to be left behind.
Ugh. I have to register your name.
This goes on for way too long.
What's your name?
Um,
Quickly now, before I forget.
I think it's an actually perfect length because you get all the big Slipknot songs out of
Spit
it.
it out.
It is a little known fact that every time someone makes a pop culture reference within an entertainment medium,
Do you get this reference
assist lawyer is born.
that he
If
does
that
now?
reference is a Slipknot reference, the effect is exponentially doubled. It is known as
The Purgatory chain reaction?
Yeah.
Brexit-Man was born to change the world.
Okay, so that is actually a reference to Slipknot suing, or I think it was Burger King,
Brexit-Man and the Californian
for
Oh, they did a Masked Man band promotional thing. Yeah, I read about that. No, that did never occur to me. But yeah, I remember reading about that. Burger King did this.
So it's a reference to the hypocrisy of Slipknot suing someone for stealing their shit when they stole it from Mushroomhead and other bands that came before them. And it's just funny.
This took for fucking ever to do, by the way. Congratulations, everyone is dead.
Yeah, to kill everyone, I can imagine that taking quite a long time.
No, just the whole visual thing took fucking
Awesome.
ever.
So we talked over the whole joke, but I think people got that.
Also,
so the joke is that
everyone,
if there's enough cease and desist lawyers, the whole universe will cease and desist.
Also, we're going to get a lot of comments in the VOD from Slipknot fans going, "Oh, Mushroom Head!"
Yes.
That's how they usually talk.
Yes. In the original Norse.
Yes.
Yes.
When we all know that, of course, Mr. Bungle were first.
I have arrived with a sandwich. Now let's go vote.
So, actually, the original idea that we had on the plane 2 years ago was that he would go vote and you could actually choose, and that was going to be the joke of the game, that no matter what you chose, it didn't matter. But at this point, we were very happy with just having...
I don't recall that. It's slipped from memory. Graphics, music, and programming takes a lot out of you. So,
and also, this is 2 years ago, and then we left it for a year and a half.
By the way, cheers to Summer Pickle Dog and John Paul for testing this game.
Yes, thank you.
Like at the last fucking minute, a day before we're supposed to turn it in.
Yeah.
Meta, long-suffering lives of our lives. That is not a joke. They did suffer tremendously.
Yes. Yes, they did. And do.
And still do. Honestly, we
Kiss
have not.
that cloaca up to the tune of Smack My Bitch Up, Summer says. So, Summer, are you with family?
Yes,
Or-
I think she just has issues, really.
So, are you frustrated? I'm
Yes.
very happy not to be with family right now and just being a drunk idiot. It's fun.
Ah, speaking of, we should
celebrate this with an iron brew drink.
Iron brew?
An iron brew drink. A cocktail.
We now return you to the drudgeries of your meaningless existence. Yes. Now bugger off. Now bugger off.
Thank you, Irish Goggle. I'm very happy about that. Okay, and I like to point out a thing that you said in your latest video where you announced that.
You heard us.
Yeah. I love the fucking terrorist thing. Just, wow. So, you said in your last video that Ramp It Up was your best, most successful game. I would like to point out that if you look at the stats next to each other, it may have the biggest overall score, but
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Ramp It Up got more attention and placed higher in. I believe Ramp It Up finished fifth.
Finished fifth. Like I said, the
Let's
overall
finish ninth.
score, yes, but none on the scores come even close to a third place in emotional engagement.
That's because they were going by a different metric.
I'm just
at
saying
the time.
you should have let me write it, and then it would have been a.
Yes.
This is absolute complete bollocks.
By the way,
I just
Ramp It Up like the multilingual puns. Sesh. The music writer.
The music writer.
Yeah, Irish Kogol wrote the music for Ramp It Up.
Yes.
Did a very fine
I
job.
did not know that.
He did.
What is an Irish Kogol? Is that like a Google? There's a bigger number.
It's what you put inside your cracker when you're done pooping out eggs. Ooh! My anus bleeds. Ow!
It is gone now. The bird is gone. It's not coming back. It's gone now. Thanks to the cats.
So brew.
Gone. Bird. Gone. Yes.
I will provide glasses for brew.
Glasses for brew and drinking for brew, and then we're also playing another game.
We have a glass.
I have that glass. The actual glass on the actual counter right now. Okay. So, we're also playing another game.
Who left their hand behind? Come on.
That's me. I needed it to build something.
Specifically, he needed to build a flip-off machine.
Yes.
That's.
I think much more dad jokes than that. It was I needed to build something. You know, when you build something, you always ask for a hand. So I brought my own.
God damn it.
So where was I? Oh yeah, we're gonna play a game about Jesus. Because some people today celebrate what we in Danish call Christusmesse. And
you know what I was thinking was just we've all been on the SQH Discord, right?
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus.
Y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. So
what we're gonna do?
Quickly grabbing the brew.
We're just going to exit frame.
And then we're back in the frame with the brew. And down here.
And then we're going to do a little dance.
Down here.
And the dance back.
Yeah, well, that kind of goes in frame. That's awesome. And then.
Oh, we have cold brew.
We also have cold brew.
We should probably do the cold brew.
Do the cold brew.
Cold brew.
Awesome. And then. Now, what you want to do is you take your iron brew. Like this.
Oh, you know what? No.
And.
It's just
Oh, we're doing like this television. Like,
yes. We're doing the television.
So like this. You have your iron brew.
This is what I call the cock cam.
The cock cam.
For
So we're adding a bit of whiskey.
You're not putting. Are you putting? Is this whiskey? It's single malt. Oh no. I can't do whiskey. You know I can't do whiskey.
But this is different.
How?
Because it's got Iron brew, and it's
That doesn't help.
And I did not. I showed you everything else of the can except the part that actually said iron brew. You add the iron brew.
Why do you do it in a circle?
Like mix it up.
Can we just put vodka in like normal people?
But I didn't think you had any vodka.
I don't.
Well, then what do you want me to do? I didn't have any vodka. So...
Why do you get more brew than me?
Well,
oh, that's why we have two.
That's why we have two brew.
You know what's better than one brew?
My idea was to make an absolutely horrible drink. I did not...
It's having two brews.
You say so much about brew that you forgot what it's for. And
you know what?
We're hilarious, I know that.
There is a beautiful soliloquy.
A soliloquy about iron brew. So this is Kong Strong.
Why?
This is like Red Bull, just the evil German knockoff version of it. And this are two drinks made of whiskey, evil Red Bull, and iron brew.
Oh, hang on. Just fix the camera back to a somewhat comfortable position.
And hoping you're all having a happy Christmas Eve.
Happy fuck you.
Happy fuck you.
All right. Check this out.
Metal straws.
We are saving the turtles.
Saving the turtles.
Dun, 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 dun. 5. Wait, it's upside down. Good fucking lord. No. Yeah, I'll... Johnny's off to be a social worker and piss in some cloacas. Good. Family's missing. Okay, Summer's off because family's missing my attention. Sure. He's off to piss in some cloacas as well.
Piss in my cloaca. That is the new...
That's gonna be the title of the stream, isn't it?
Yes, it is. That is gonna be the title of 2020, I think. It's gonna. I'm going into 2020 with that.
Metal straws. It's like drinking straight from the cloaca.
Exactly. I wouldn't know. I mean, the countryside.
This is surprisingly drinkable.
Exactly. Fucking knew it.
This is surprisingly drinkable.
That if you put brew in anything, it will just brewify it. And just, okay, this is just more brew. This is actually just tastes like iron brew.
If you have awfulness you want to improve, you just need to top it up with some iron brew.
Yes.
Why is it bouncing?
Because I said iron brew with such a booming voice.
God, Lemon.
Good God, Lemon.
There we go.
Ah,
so we have fixed it. We have fixed it, gentlemen.
Yes.
Can the camera possibly stop bouncing? No.
Is that better now?
Is everyone seasick?
Steve? That was a...
I know who seasick Steve is. It's a lovely gentleman.
So, what we're doing now...
hang on. We're supposed to... we're supposed to stop the stream, then come back, so we can change the title of the stream.
That is actually correct. So when will we... how much... we can also just...
We'll be back in 5 minutes or so.
We'll be back in 5 minutes, because we need to change the title of the stream.
Yes.
Okay,
so when the stream is inaccurate...
We might be drunker in 5 minutes. I think that is Danish for mom.
This is what Danish toddlers do. Instead of going, well, they just go,
oh, you said his first words.
Oh, you said his...
That is why Danish children are so precocious.
And hideous.
And hideous.
There's brew on my desk.
Happy December, we need to translate to you too, Johnny.
Yes, happy thing.
Happy thing. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
And also trade rights.
We just need to change the name from Brexit-Man to Jesus-Man.
We will be back in 5 minutes with
The secret of The secret of Jesus.
Bye. Bye.